where the turf meets the surf down at Old Del Mar. Take a plane, take a train, or your broke down car. Frank and Kieran are broadcasting near and far, while Mark Gelding's drinking at the Paddock Bar. Oh, the low takeout pick 3 makes us look mighty smart, with the high minimum doubles that pull at our heart. Just get to the windows and bet the high stakes. We're risking it all for the profit it makes. Those low takeout rules keep our pockets well lined on the top wagering show that you ever will find. So cash in your ticket, let's take home the dough, where the turf meets the surf. May your high prices flow.
Frank muted already. Welcome everyone to Double Trouble Live, Del Mar edition. My name is Kieran Thornton, and on mute there is Frank Scatoni, my partner in crime here. How you doing, Frank?
I'm unmuted now. I ended that song with a little scat, like Scooby Bop 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 Ba Doop Boop Boo. Well done. Special Del Mar theme song.
Gotta
Welcome,
go with the
DTL
old
crew.
song.
We're back.
And what a tough sequence to start. I mean, all this weekend, Frank, just big prices galore. What we always look for at Del Mar. It looks like it's going to be more of the same today. I thought it was a hard sequence, you.
I did and I didn't, because there are a couple of horses, 2 horses, in fact, both by the same trainer. If Michael McCarthy has a good late half of the card, I will do well. 2 horses that I really like, that I have strong opinions on and will plant flags with. But to your point, Kieran, if it's not one of them, it could be anybody. And that's why it could be a tough sequence, but it doesn't have to be, if I'm right.
when I was uploading your picks to the site, Frank, I looked at it and went, this is probably the most different we have been in a while in the middle sequences. We kind of agree on the last leg, but yeah, there's a couple of races where we're all over the place, which is really interesting. I suppose you want to put we're going to be coming on just for the late pick 3 for all the other shows, but we figured opening day, we had to come on for the all turf. So, you want to show your all turf there, Frank, to get us going?
Before I do that, Kieran's all business. All he wants to do is gamble and show people how smart he is with his handicapping and his wagering. I would like to take a second to thank the DTL crew. I want to thank Del Mar. I want to thank Chris Barr, Evan Bailey, Devin Lopez, everyone who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes over at Del Mar Thoroughbred Club, including whoever's in charge of the wagering menu and the racing secretary from top to bottom. We were able to start this show last year because Del Mar pushed out and helped popularize, through our show, thankfully, the low takeout, high minimum wagers, right? So Kieran mentioned the $3 all turf, which is going to start soon, and we'll get to that in a minute. Then the $3 late pick 3 and the $5 late double. And we are teaming up with Del Mar once again this summer, Kieran. We're going to have 16 shows today, and Sunday of this week, and then every Thursday and Sunday thereafter. So please join us every afternoon. We are a live wagering show. We handicap, of course. We analyze the races. We bounce ideas off each other. But at the end of the day, we are betting. We are gambling. We are wagering. We are talking about ticket construction, wagering strategies. Kieran and I will put tickets together. We'll help each other out. Same thing with everyone in the DTL crew. So I just wanted to take a minute to say all that. So I will get off my soapbox now, Kieran, and okay. I will put my all-turf play up. Thank you for not blah blah blahing me off the stage.
It was too late. I was about to actually go do it. Here, this is what it was all about.
I was waiting for you to play me off. Karen's just trying to be nice because it's our first, official show of the season for Del Mar. He's going to go easy on me today, it seems like. But so here's one of the horses that I was talking about, right? I said, if Michael McCarthy has a good day, I will have a good day. I love his horse here, the 4 Detain, and I also really like his 9 in the nightcap. I am bookending my play around, with those two horses.
Okay.
The dirt race and the middle race is of this sequence I thought was really, really difficult. And if it's not the 4, I have 2 others because Karen, we like to say one of us want, but we both want to get out alive in the first leg, but one of us has to. Otherwise, we're no good. We're only as good as our last winner.
Well,
so what
here's
do you
mine.
What do you have?
I took a little different approach here. I really like the 11 in here, not because of the name, Irish Prophet. So I figured on a ticket, I was going to take a stand. And like you, I thought a 9 was one I could plant a flag with in the last leg. And then as I was putting that middle leg together, I was like, well, it only costs a couple of dollars more to hit the all ball. So if I can get out of the first leg with this 11, I'm looking really, really good. And then I've got, the more spready ticket in second place, 11, 4, 3 to get out of here. And then my top choices in the last leg. So that's how I approached the all turf today. I was trying not to spend a whole lot, but it's opening day. So I was like, you know what? I thought the sequence could pay if I'm correct on my prices. If I'm not,
says I'm trying not to spend a lot, that means he's spending a lot. If you've been with the show long enough, you know that Kieran has never met a bet he didn't like, even though the focus of the show is the low takeout, high minimum wagers. But we like to have fun. I remember you posted, you told me the other day that you really liked Irish Prophet. I don't see it as much as you, but I will say this. We talked about this during the Santa Anita meet when Joel Rosario came here from New York. We said, look out for this guy. If he had arrived two weeks earlier, Kieran, he may have won the riding title at Santa Anita. And you said this guy is going to be very, very locked in for Del Mar. He went back east for a couple of weeks, kept it going, rode well there. Now he's back here. If there were a future book on, leading jockey for this meet, my money would be on Joel. So I cannot be taking that horse.
I think it'll be him, and Rispoli's already off to you know what I mean? He's won a couple of races already today.
That's
so
true. And I
think it'll be Rosario and Rispoli right now. But Irish Prophet, I thought the price was insane, and I thought the horse would end up being 4-1. Believe it or not, I know it's sitting there at 12 or 13-1.
Because it's a class thing. This horse just beat starter foes. This is a much, much tougher group, in my opinion. But that last race is one of the horse's best races, right? So
I mean, there's a lot of
Rosario is a difference maker.
There's a lot of stats that also go against you. I mean, Rosario and Drysdale, 36% for a profit, which is a big thing. First race since May, so they kind of targeted this. But the horse is 0 for 10 at Del Mar. And Drysdale, believe it or not, Frank, is 0 for 26 up in class. But then I also said, Del Mar, remember last year, this is the place where all these over trainers and jockeys and all this go away. I'm using should be a good price.
They wait all year for the meet, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I agree with what you said. I mean, it was my second choice, the 4 Detain. Second time Lasix, came last out at a mile, just missed. So that added distance is perfect for Detain. And, and then I got a little bit of spreadage on, some other tickets. I like 3 in here. Watsonville. Do you have that on any of your tickets?
I like Watsonville. I think Watsonville's a very good horse, an old class horse. I was just looking for a horse on the ascendant. I think Watsonville's kind of at the tail end of the career. And we'll see how he does today because he's in for the tag. Which number he's in for the 100K tag. If he doesn't run well here, you'll probably see him. He was in for 80 last time. May see him in for 50 before the meet's over. But I can't fault anyone for using this horse. I've always liked this horse. But I just think Detain here, I just think Detain is a lightly raced 4-year-old who still has a lot of room to improve. And we talked about this, several months ago, Kieran. it's been a minute since Juddmonte has sent horses to California. Used to have a lot of horses out here with Bobby Frankel. Bobby, when he passed away, they were trying to figure out who do we want to have horses with. They can never click with anyone in particular. Well, several months ago, hey, we saw a Juddmonte pop up, trained by Michael McCarthy. Michael McCarthy is one of my favorite trainers on the circuit. Juddmonte Farms, one of the classiest operations in the world with the classiest horses, is sending horses to California for Michael McCarthy to train. Those were good horses. I thought that horse's last race was really, really good off a long layoff, promising comeback. I expect this horse to move forward in a big way. Finished third in a
blah blah blah.
Kieran's the only one allowed to make cases for horses.
I'm being a smartass.
Grade 1, finished third in a Group 1 overseas. I was going to say, handicapping show, but that's why I'm singling the horse.
I was looking at the will pays, and if you're new to the show, we always look for where the hidden money is, and the first thing we look at is the pick 3, and it's a 50 cents pick 3 here, and across the double and the pick 3, Frank, they're saying it's a 1-horse race with the 4, 667 on the pick 3, and on the double 264, and then the next highest is 6 at 541. So it's 50% less on the double, Frank. They didn't really hedge much. Pick 3, the next closest is the 8 again at 1,200. Oh no, the 3 at 1,000, then the 8 at 1,200. So all the betting is saying that it's 4s, pretty much. And they did not change much in the double. They didn't hammer too much other stuff.
Yeah, I was looking at the imputed odds on Optics, EQ, and they have Detain as the pretty strong favorite, 2.37. The next one is the 7, 5.5, and then the 8, 6.2. And then everybody else is double digits, Kieran. So I don't think you had the 7 on any iteration, did you?
No, I did not.
Nor did I.
Charlie to blame. I used to for Urton, 1 of 8. Distance seems like it could be a challenge. Used, but the horse is far from a lock and possibly beatable. I ended up going away. It was a B for me. I went 11-4 and then 3-7-8, Frank. But when I put this ticket together, I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money. And if I was out of it, like as we said, we've got the pick 3 to come back and adjust. So I didn't feel like I was going to put it on this one. I can correct it later.
Yeah, no, and that's a good point, because I was just about to say, for those who are new to the show, you'll figure out pretty quickly how we like to approach these things. This is the start of the all turf. After this, there's kind of what we call it a dead race, because it's not part of any of the low takeout sequences. So we'll address the DTL crew and everyone else out there during that race. And we'll also show you some of the things that we've been working on. So when Kieran says, throughout the show, you're going to hear me say, Kieran, what were your notes on that horse? He's going to read off his notes. Well, those notes are available. We have them on our website. We'll talk about all that stuff. For people who have followed me over the years, all those years I did a matrix at Santa Anita. I never did one for Del Mar until this year. So my matrix notes and grades are available on the website as well. So when we're talking about what do we have on this horse, it's not like we're hiding it. It's actually available. So I just wanted to put that out there. And again, we'll walk you guys through that, during the dead race. But in terms of strategy, Kieran, we haven't talked about this in a while, but we might have, we have a new audience, a lot of new people watching. Handicuffing the bets. Handicuffing. That is a concept that you came up with pretty early on when we were trying to figure out what is the best way for us to cash tickets and make money. We have 12 minutes to post. We have plenty of time. I think you should briefly explain what that strategy is.
We take all 3 of the low takeout bets, the all turf, the late pick 3, and the double, and we treat them as one giant rolling bet that we can hedge on press more on as the sequence goes by. So they share similar races. Like we start off here at race 6, and the middle leg of the all turf is the start of the pick 3. So what we like to do, and when you see some of our tickets here, you'll see sometimes 3, 4, maybe 5 tickets for a bet. We do not expect to win all of those bets. It'd be nice if we hit 3 out of the 5, but we're trying to spread around to hopefully catch some prices. And, you know, if we do really well, for example, if I hit my 11 on this race, I might be able to pivot and change my pick 3 bet because I'm going to have all on one of my tickets. And if I have a ticket and I don't want it to be prohibitively expensive, when I get out of this first leg on the all turf, I can probably add more horses or subtract horses in the next leg. So we kind of put all the bets together and flow like that. And then if we get knocked out of both, we always got the late double to come back and correct our mistakes.
Right. No, I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm going to throw up my late double ticket just really quickly. Actually, I'm going to do it with the late pick 3, just real quick to illustrate your point. Look, I'm only spending $24 in the late pick 3. My 4 A's, I had 4 A's, but there were scratches, so now I'm just down to 2 A's. So you see that middle leg, 7-3, and then I'm single to the 9. I'm not confident in that race because my other A's scratched, but I'm okay keeping my ticket this way because in the double, I am going to come back and maximize my 7-3, and then I'm going to play my B's, my 1, 2, and 4, and then my backups, my 2, 3, 11. So even though I have the 7-3 in the middle leg of the pick 3, to start the double, I am using 7-3, 1, 2, 4, and 2, 3, 11 because I want to get paid if the 9 wins the last race. So I think that's a perfect example of, you know, what we've tried to do every time we put our tickets together. It doesn't always work out that way. You know, it's not often when you have a single in the last race or even in the first leg. You know what I mean?
But during the summer meet last year, we did very well when we had a horse that we liked to single. And the pays, when you were able to hammer them, we were seeing $400 or $500 doubles with 5-2 over 5-2. So that with that high minimum, the $5 double at Del Mar just juices the pools. You have no idea. I mean, look at my pick 3 here, Frank. On the all turf, I'm all on a ticket, but I'm tight with my A's on this one. And if I get out with my 11 here, I've got options when we get to the start of the pick 3. You know, I could just go with my secondary ticket that's a little bit cheaper, or, you know, I can try and hit out of the park and get it twice with more coverage. So,
right. So this is the start of your late pick 3, correct?
Yes.
So 5, 6, 11, 12 of the A's. The backup is 8, 1, and then another one with 5, 6. What is your strongest opinion in all 4 of the races? You have one race where, I mean, I know you like the 11 here as your kind of like separator horse, but you also mentioned the 9 in the last. But are you single to anyone in any of your sequences?
Just the 11 to start this one, and the 9 in the last.
Okay, fair enough.
And I liked a couple of Midland prices, but I also liked the favorites. So it was one of those things. I didn't like the favorites enough to single, and I'd already taken a stand on a ticket singling this 12-1 horse in here. So, and plus we're still learning how this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're still learning how this track is. You know, it might take us a week or 2. You know, before we get our closers doing well. Is it front, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, the rails are out 12 feet today, which isn't that significant. The Del Mar turf course is typically pretty fair. If anything, I would say it tilts a little bit more towards off the pace runners, but that's not always the case. It depends on the rail settings or remember, was it last year or 2 years ago? Early in the meet, it was
yes.
It was either too hard or too soft. I forget, but you told me, your trainer Phil D'Amato was saying how the course was a little different or a little spongy that year or whatever. So it's always changing, but that's why we do this, and we will keep track of it. And the main track here, and if you remember last year, the main track mostly was that 4 wide stalking trip in those sprint races. And it was the outside swing move into the lane. and then you'd have a day where it was all on the inside. So you have to really pay attention.
I was just looking, one of the things we like to look at as well. I mean, it's a dead leg, the next leg for us, but to see who's taking money and if there's any sneaking money. And there's actually
I
one
did handicap it, so we could talk about it.
There's actually one horse that's interesting in the next leg, Frank. The 4 in here into the morning line favorite in the next, which is a 3. I mean, it's 7-2. It's not really a strong morning line. They're saying that next race is kind of open. The 4 into the 3 is paying $14, but the 1 and then the 4 into the 5 is paying 26. But the interesting one is this 4, and it's the only combination that is lower. They're betting the 4 into the 8, $27. Every other horse into the 8 in the next leg, Frank, is $100+. And there's a lot of other horse. This is the one anomaly looking forward. 4 into 8 is, and the 8 in the next leg is 8-1 morning line. That's the Paddy Gallagher Ricky horse. So that, we like to look for where sneaky money is. That combination 4 into 8 is the sneaky double right now. 25K in the pool, but still be interesting to see when we get to that next leg. No one else is taking money into it either. Second choice in here. I mean, I really thought Irish Prop. We don't have a whole lot of money in the pools, Frank. I mean, there's 216K in the win pool, but it's 75 all on the 4. And then you got a bunch of other horses kind of hanging around the same amount. 7 has 30K, but they're hedging a lot on the place. 8 has 25 with 7K in the show. My 11, Frank, though, 12K to win, 39 to show. So at least they're betting my horse on the nose.
How about this comment from John? John Lindo, fantastic public handicapper, announced today that he's no longer playing the late pick 4. He's only going to play the pick 3 because of the low takeout. How about that?
There you go. Very nice.
It's taken us like 11 months, but things are slowly but surely catching on. Love to see that. And again, like I said, we'll get to all these comments at the end. What do we have? I mean, after this race, so 7-5 on this 4. I'm a little I knew the horse would be favored and would deserves to be favored, but 7-5 seems a little too short and exuberant.
Yes.
The little exuberant betting on that horse. I wouldn't bet that horse to win at 7-5, but I'm perfectly happy singling that horse to start my multis because it's my top pick in the race.
I was just looking to see what the pool was. I mean, for the double in the last race, wasn't 70K really. So they didn't really hedge much. I guess their picks are good enough, or their payouts are decent where they didn't really splash around. I don't know. Usually we see more hedging.
Yeah, you're talking about in the win pool or in the double going forward?
The double going forward and the win pool. I mean, the double going forward, we're 3 minutes out. We only have 30K in the double, Frank. With these kind of pays, you would think they'd be pushing a little bit more.
Everyone's saving their money for the $5 late double. They want to play along with us.
That might be it.
Let me look at the tote real quick. So the 5, the 7, and the 8 are at 5-1. Wow, and only on and the 6. The 6 is a B horse for me. That horse is 9-1, and then everybody else is above, is double digits or that is wild. So yeah, my A is, like I said, my A is the 4, and then the 6 and the 8 are backups for me. But I am all about the 4 Detain. Yeah, like I said, I just think Michael McCarthy is such a good trainer. They're on the turf course. What do we have? We have 3 minutes to post.
Yeah, probably be a couple minutes.
On the track? Anyone look good, or anyone there on the at the races today? I think this is the first opening day that I've missed in like 25 years.
This is the first opening day I've missed in eons. Not been there. Yes, first time in forever. Yeah. And everyone was like sending Shannon texts, was like, "Where are you guys hanging out?" And she was like, "We didn't go today. They're doing their show."
I told Shannon and Terry should have gone. Just because we have to work doesn't mean the girls can't have some fun, right? It looks really hot though. I'll tell you that. I'm like
Yes.
dying. I'm dying here doing the show.
I mean, the other thing I was just looking at Detain here, Frank. I think
Yeah.
did McCarthy won a race earlier today, correct? I'm looking to see it.
Let's see. I'll tell you.
Mighty Kai. Nope, that wasn't him. Race 2. I thought maybe he did.
Yeah, he
Number
ran
30.
the second race with Umberto, Victoria Stream.
Yeah, because I was just looking at his stats. The last
He won
22
was Los Angeles.
He's 5% the last 22. So he's won, what is that? He was one of 22 in the last 30. And I guess he's now 2 of 23. That's still
he won 2 today. He won 2 already.
So, okay, so he's starting to get hot then. So
yeah,
we said, these cold guys come to Del Mar, they start winning.
Yeah, well, yeah. We talk about they go in cycles. They look at the condition book, and they point towards, this is a prestigious meet. If you want to win, at Del Mar. So yeah, I have to think his stable is going to be ready to fire on all cylinders. Now watch, he'll win. He won the first 2, and the 2 singles that I need, he'll lose. Well, they're getting to the gate, so I think we want to take a little break, and then we'll come back and we'll have some fun with the DTL crew and
I'm going to do
the website.
Frank, I'm going to do a $5 win bet on my 11, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a $5 double for 11 into this 8 that has taken the sneaky money in the double pool. You know what I mean? Just so we have. Okay. I just want to see. I'll just do $2. Nah, $2 is no bucks. I'll do
$2 is no bucks.
Yeah, I did 5 just because I was looking again, Frank, to see if any money came in and it changed much, and it did drift up a little. But the lowest combination is 4 into 3 at 16, 4 into 5 at 21, and the third choice and the only combination taken is 4 into 8 is $26, and there's nothing else that low. So someone's hammering that double a little bit.
All right. Well, good luck, everyone. They're at the gate and about to load. We will come back, have a little bit of fun, and then the real show will start for the late pick 3. All right. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. Okay.
Easy game.
Easy game. Yeah, that was a single. Go ahead, Kieran.
I was gonna say, yeah, easy game single in the favor, but that was a nice move that horse made.
So that's a
Could have got
classy
dangerous
horse.
if it didn't open up though. But
Yeah,
nice turn of foot.
Yeah. It's Juddmonte. Yeah, that horse was just classier than the other ones. That's a stakes horse, I think. Won pretty easy. Yeah, could have gotten boxed in, but that's a chance you take when you're trying to save ground. I thought the ride was perfect. I trusted Juan to find some room. Yeah, nice horse. Good win for Juddmonte. Yep, everyone had the 4 drink.
And
Don't shoot the messenger, Kieran. But yeah, Irish Prophet is still waiting for an Uber.
he would be great at 5 furlongs.
No, that horse was just outclassed, Starter allowance coming up.
This was like with the results that usually hit, I'm still okay with the bet that I did for the $30 because if I'd gotten out with that kind of price, I'd be sitting pretty.
Look.
And like we kind of said earlier, I would have had a lot of options and things I could have changed on my pick 3, if I did get out of that with the 11. So,
Look,
sometimes it's just a strategy move to make a little bit more money and make the push.
No, this was your try to hit a home run ticket. I mean, you start if you get a 12-1 home, right? Let's see in the first leg, you catch a bomber in the middle, and then if you're right about your single, you hit. If you're wrong about your single, you still have some on the other ticket, 9, 6, 12. So I don't mind that play at all. It's not like you did this with the second choice. You did this with a 13-1 shot. Probably went off longer.
Especially at Del Mar. I mean, this is a track where many times they just, as you said earlier, 4 was all class and 11 was outclassed. But sometimes when these horses come down to the beach, they're like, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, they wake up. Absolutely. That is one thing. It's funny. I'm glad you mentioned that, Kieran, because when I first moved out here from New York, 26 years ago, that's all you ever heard at Del Mar. Horse for course, horse for course, horse for course. Horse would lose 10 races in a row, and then you look at the performance PPs. I was like, well, the horse is 3 for 5 at Del Mar, horse for course, and those horses will wake up. You don't hear about that as much anymore. I don't know why. Maybe because they race so long at Santa Anita now, they don't go to Hollywood Park. There's no fair meet. But yeah, some horses just absolutely thrive down here and love it. I think this horse would thrive anywhere just because it's so
for those, I didn't update the bingo card for our long. If you're new, we have a bingo card of sayings that we repeat over and over and over again. I heard an interesting stat at the party last night regarding Gold Phoenix, Frank.
Bingo card, Jay Drink, Gold Phoenix.
He's tied for the record of most stakes win at Del Mar. So one more and he'll have the record to himself. But we were like, let's
really?
Yeah. Yes. Overall stakes.
So no one's won 5 stakes races at Del Mar?
No, which was kind of shocking to us. So
wow.
And then I guess the plan is to run in the Eddie Reed, Frank. We found out. So we'll have a chance to run it up
next weekend, isn't it?
Yes, next weekend, next Saturday.
Yeah, it's usually early in the meet. Well, that was the plan. Wasn't that the plan last year? And he hurt his foot or something.
That was the plan last year. And when he was walking around in the paddock, doing the schooling, the little white cups they put on to stop them hurting themselves, scraped his leg, and he had a little had a little scrape. And they don't let you race with anything. You know what I mean? Cut, scrape, nothing. You are on the bench.
So he had a boo-boo. Piece of equipment that was supposed to protect him hurt him.
Yes.
Only horses. A million things can go wrong.
It's like a baseball player. I've got a blister on my thumb. I can't play. DL.
Yeah, but I mean that is an incredible. I mean, I know the Del Mar handicap, obviously, but I didn't. Yeah, I guess that is a hard thing to do. Win 5 stakes races at Del Mar. So wow, that'd be quite the accomplishment. So he might actually smash it. He might win the Eddie Reed and the Del Mar handicap.
So I was like, let's just dunk on everyone, and run it up so it makes it really hard for everyone else because you don't see that kind of longevity anymore, especially
No,
in
I was going to say, like, I'm
in this
surprised
breeding
there's
age
like
as well. You know, I mean, it's hard enough. People don't realize how hard it is to win a stakes race. Same one over and over, and just winning over multiple years. Like, you know, there was the other one earlier this year. He's in the league of Kelso, etc., a number of years in a row with a graded stakes win. I think it's 5 now in a row.
it's not just hard to win a graded, it's hard to win any race at Del Mar. I mean, like, let alone a graded stakes one. So let me roll through the comments real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit about what's going on in the pools, and then maybe talk a little bit about the website, because this is what we call the dead race, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're going to bet it anyway, but it does not link any of our sequences together. So we have a little time to get to the DTL crew. Kelly, thank you for joining us. Yes, it's your birthday on Saturday. Happy early birthday. I'll see you out at the racetrack. Hopefully you're down here already, and we can say hi over at Quigley's Corner. Stephen D, right there. Mike Whalen just comes in firing away. Pivot time. We haven't even made a bet yet, and Mike Whalen's ready to pivot. I love it. Good evening, gentlemen.
Well, my pivot bet is still alive. You know, I did 411 into this 8, Frank, and it is the first choice is a 3 at 18, then the 5 at 26. The 8 is third choice at $30. Like, it was getting money. It stayed the same throughout, and it's sitting here at 8-1. So that's going to be an interesting horse when we get closer, Frank, to see into the next leg, to start of our pick 3. You know, if the 8 gets action out of this race as well, like it got in.
Right. So what Kieran's referring to is as we get closer and more money comes in to the double pool starting in this leg, we're going to look into the next leg, which is the start of the late pick 3, and see if there are horses that we like who are taking the money we expect, or if there are some horses who we overlooked who are taking some sneaky money. So, yeah, this is like the game within the game, right, Kieran? It's
yes.
You know, it's following the money. You know, there's a lot of sophisticated wagering teams out there who play various combinations and various bets, and they're very, very smart about their money, and they're very good at not tipping their hand, right? They're not showing their hand, but we put on our little Sherlock Holmes hat and investigate.
We like to look at the pick 3 to give us an idea, and then we'll go back and then see if the same kind of money came in on the double. But what we see many times is, especially when it's paying a lot, they start hedging on other horses to cover themselves because they don't have it as much. And like we say, someone always knows something. They're doing the heavy lifting. We're just, you know, peeking over their shoulder and going, okay, this is who you like. All right, man, we'll have to throw a little money on that.
It's work. Don't get us wrong. I mean, you have to do it. But it's worth the reward, you know, when you're able to find something. And usually we find 1 or 2 horses that, oh, this is the computer horse, or this is the, you know, the sophisticated money horse. LD, are you ready to rumble or gamble? Fish, orange, wide eyes. Good luck with all your horses all summer long at Del Mar and at Saratoga. I guess that's a good time to mention, thanks to Larry and Terry, a few months ago, we were able to strike up a relationship with Matt Couture of Adelphi Racing on the East Coast. And he is a big supporter of the game. Adelphi is a major, major racing syndicate. They have a lot of really good horses. They do things the right way. They are phenomenal for the game. They're primarily based on the East Coast, but you know what? They're taking a shot on 2 West Coast knuckleheads.
Yep. Yeah, if you've been wandering around the site, you've probably seen our sponsor tab there. So yes, we are not only Del Mar pick our show up and sponsoring us, we got our first racing partner now. Adelphi Racing is a sponsor of our show now.
Yeah, on the East Coast. We'll have more about that for the next show. And as part of that deal, Kieran, in addition to them just, you know, supporting us and sponsoring us and being a part of the team, we're also going to do a couple of Saratoga-only Saturday shows just branded around Adelphi for them. So shout out to Matt all of his team members, partners, clients, horses. LD, he gets a Rookie of the Year award.
Yes,
First year DTL season. LD comes through with a big connection, and Terry too. So thank you guys so much. It's nice to know that the DTL crew you guys are being validated. You guys are making a difference. People are paying attention. So there is no show without the DTL crew, and now everybody knows it. So anything to add, Kieran?
Yeah, I was going to say, why don't you go through the comments, because I'm going to fill in some numbers. We'll go through it a little bit later, but we've got so many tools on the website, but I'm going to populate it right now so that we can go through something. I added something where we talk about it on the show where we're trying to figure out the odds of horses going forward. So I have something on the website using the double paste that can give us an idea what the odds are. So I'm going to fill it out while you go through the comments.
Perfect. Let me roll through. Welcome to DTL crew. Get to any and all questions. And then, we have plenty of time to go through the website. Apologies if anybody had a problem with the website this morning.
The matrix broke it.
Kieran spent tireless hours getting this thing ready for opening day, and I sent him a file that blew everything up. So I take full responsibility of destroying all the work he did. But, it only took him 4 hours to get it back up and running, right?
Yeah, nothing, not piece of cake.
All right, I'm going to roll through it while you populate that stuff and get ready to showcase all your hard work. Howdy, Texas Larry from Texas Terry. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Big shout out. And Larry, you got to keep us posted on all your Adelphi horses coming up. We are here to support our man Jay. I'm sure he was drinking when he heard the word Gold Phoenix 40 times. 4-8 in the first leg, so he's alive, and he has my 9 in the last, so I like it. Title has the word twice. Title has the word plus twice in it. I'm not sure what that means, but if we have a typo, point it out. Or are you seeing double already, Jay? It's only 4:50 p.m. on the West Coast, man. We might have to cut you off. Stephen D, $51,000 early pick 5. Wow.
Yep. Welcome to Del Mar.
Talk about another great bet, Kieran. I think that's 14%.
Yes. Yes, that's 14%. Correct.
Charlie, good evening, guys. Glad to have you, Charlie. You're our eyes and ears on the horse flesh. Our man Dan H, one of the OGs, been here for address the DTL during every race. Let's go, guys. Yeah, we love you guys. We can't do the show without you. Thank you, Dan, for all your support. Happy opening day, Brooklyn John. Congratulations on the Del Mar sponsorship. You guys deserve it. You're a big reason their handles. Well, thank you so much, John. We know you know. We know the DTL crew knows. Now other people are starting to know. So it's not just us. It's not just me and Kieran. Us is all of us. Joe Bravo is here. I believe Julien Leperoux is now here. Rispoli is back from an injury. So, it's an interesting jockey colony. Yep, Julian. Yep. Stephen D. Frank and Kieran. Why does Del Mar print? I'm sure it'd be nice to. Yeah, you know what? Del Mar actually agreed and is supporting us. We will have ad space in the program. We can't have it every day because, this is a business and they actually sell ad space. So on slow days when they don't have enough ads, DTL crew gets free space in the program as part of the trade of the deal. We get paid in recycled cans. We get paid in
lucky for us. Mark Gelding likes hanging out at the bar, so there should be lots of empty cans, Frank.
Yeah, Kieran and I have to share a parking space in the Hilton across the street, and we have to tram it over to the. No, I'm kidding. Del Mar has been very supportive of us and the show because they appreciate the players, and that was part of the thing when we talked about them. Right, Kieran was like,
yes,
we just don't want you guys to be like, hey, do a show. Like we want a little ownership from you guys, and they were like, you know what? Yes, we'll do it. So horse player friendly. We support Del Mar. They support us in the DTL crew. Everyone had the 4 drink. Oh, Cat ate my form. Good to see you. I'm not sure what that's referring to, but that's okay. Froggy Mushroom. It's been a minute. A friend from Arkansas, right? I believe Froggy's from Arkansas. Good evening. Happy Friday to all. Christmas in July is finally. So good to have you back. Yeah, it's going to be a great summer. It's going to be a great summer. And then Kelly, yeah, next Saturday is my birthday, coming down to Del Mar. Well, we'll be there to welcome you with open arms. On the Bit Racing, that's our man Chris, one of the best tournament players out there. Will you guys be playing in the Del Mar Summer Challenge next weekend? We've both played independently for many, many years. We haven't decided yet, only because we have to see what our show schedule is going to be. But we have supported it many times. I'm assuming you'll play, so we'll see you up in the tournament room regardless.
Yeah, see, that's the one I ran second and lost by $117. Yeah.
Could be worse. You could be the guy who ran second to Dylan Donnelly by 88 cents.
That is true. But
someone's always got a worse beat story, man.
That is pretty bad, yes. Especially because we thought it was over. It actually, the place money paid more than it normally did. I ended up, I think it paid $1 more or something like that than it normally did, and that's what ended up being the margin. Crazy,
yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
right. And it shouldn't have paid what it paid, but because it paid what it paid, Dylan won by 88 cents. Real quick, Jacob, I think you might be a new viewer, so welcome. You are now a member of the DTL crew. Who do I like in race 7? I was helping a friend out in this race who was playing a contest, and I didn't have a strong opinion, but the ones I came up with were the one FOMOJO, the one I don't have Matrix.
I actually like the price in here, Frank, believe it or not. I didn't even use this favorite. I went 7, 4, 3 in that order. I actually liked Curly's Agenda in here, the Frey horse.
7, 4. Yeah, I'm 8. I like the 8. 8's my top choice, but no knock against Patty Gallagher, but he doesn't win a lot of dirt races.
No.
At this level, he's more of a turf trainer, but I don't know. I thought that horse what price is the horse here?
7 to 1. I mean, it's not bad,
You're 7 to 1. I'm 9 to 1. Yeah, Redial was the other one. And I thought FOMO Joe, when turf horses drop to a level like this, even though I don't think the horse has ever run on dirt before, the surface doesn't matter. Turf horses are typically classier in general than dirt horses. So when you get a horse like this who is dropping into a conditional claimer for this low tag for the first time, I wouldn't be surprised if Maldonado hustled this horse out and that horse went gate to wire. But I don't have a strong opinion, Jacob. I'll give you stronger opinions once the late pick 3 starts. But thank you for joining us. Man, Kurt is back. Kurt was a big contributor to the last show. Thank you, Kurt. Good to have you. SC3 Pete, another loyal member of the DTL crew. Welcome to Del Mar. Congrats on the DM sponsorship. Thank you. That's a collective congrats. Tippy loves that Rispoli is back, as do I. One of my favorite jocks, and he's also just a really cool dude. He's so nice to all the horse players. He always comes out at the corner and hangs out and talks, and he has a lovely family, wonderful family. So we have to remember, jockeys are humans. They are people too.
Yes.
So as much as we castigate them,
he had a very tough year. I mean, that was a pretty nasty injury he got, and man, he's back and looking like he hasn't missed a beat. I mean, he rode a couple of races at Los Al to get back into it, Frank, but
yeah,
he's bounced back a lot quicker than Rispol or than Fresher did off his. And Rispoli's injury was pretty significant.
I don't know how these guys do it, to be honest with you. I mean, they are just remarkable athletes, and the courage, the determination, and the competitiveness. Welcome back, Rispoli. I hope you have a great meet. Safe meet to everyone. Michael. Oh, that's our man, Michael K from last show. Michael's back. Race 7, he played 200 a place on the 8 horse. All right. He's the one who came in out of the blue.
Yeah, that's it. That explains it.
The 6 can't lose. Bet, and the 6 won by this much. And we all celebrated. So nice to have you back, Michael K. Jacob, no thank you. There's no show without the DTL crew. Froggy, yep, great to be back. Life has been busy. Hey, you're here. That's all that matters. It's going to be a great summer. Our man Chris Babcock, high details. It's been a minute. Happy opening day. Anyone like number 2 circuit break in race 7? I'm going to let you guys talk amongst yourselves in the chat room because I know Kieran has been working away and has some things that he wants to show you.
I'm not ready yet because I picked the worst possible races to do this thing, Frank. I picked a race with 10 horses into a race with 11 horses. So I got to enter 500 data points.
And Kieran only has 10 fingers and 10 toes. So
I'll have to do it another time. I'll have to show it in the next one.
He got to his pinky toe and he goes, that's 20, but there's an extra horse. What comes after 20? All right. Well, I'll just go back to the DTL crew. Go ahead, Terry. You're in the chat. Start up a nice conversation. Stephen D, 7th race. Yeah, number 5 readout. Number 3, Hondo Crouch. Let me look at number Hondo Crouch again. Oh yeah, that's the Papa Padromo horse. Yeah, that horse figures. It'll be very interesting to see how strong of a meet Papa Padromo has because he's been on fire. Almost, it's been a year where he's been very good and has been locked in. That doesn't last forever, you know that, because horses lose their condition. You know, some horses, you know, a bug goes through the barn, whatever. But he's having a terrific year. Shout out to him. So yeah, we'll see how his horses do. The other, I'm not telling you guys something you don't know, but obviously Peter Miller always points to this meet. He lives in Encinitas. This is his home track.
And his guys out here this year, Frank. So Rosario and Miller were very potent over the years. So don't discount that at all.
Yeah, Terry just mentioned something good. For the Del Mar website, I do their online contest race analysis. If you guys aren't signed up, it's a free contest. They offer it every day. It's mostly one race, sometimes two. You have like $100 mythical. You can bet to win, play, show, whatever. They give away a bunch of prizes. It's just a fun way to stay engaged all summer long. There was a time they were giving away free NHC seats, but I think that time is long gone. But yeah, that is really cool. Yeah, LD mentioned there's a tournament for Karma. Karma is a wonderful charity for thoroughbred aftercare. If you guys look in the chat, scroll up. LD said he's going to use our picks to play in that contest. But always great to support charities like Karma.
All right, so I finally did my numbers, Frank. So we'll see. We're 1 minute to post, and it's telling me in the next race, Frank, on the win probables, the favorite is looking like it might be the 4, Proletariat, which is interesting.
Okay, well, let me see what Optics has. Just you're talking about the Ocean side?
Yeah, so it's saying 4 is going to be 5-1, 6 8-1, 11 8-1, 12 12-1, and actually this next leg to start it off, Frank, I actually prefer the other Phil horse, Jordy Bear.
What about the 5? The 5 is going to be favored.
Well, right now if I typed it in correctly, they're saying based on the double,
which is a big if.
It's going to be 12-1 unless there's a big change at the end.
Yeah, I think Archie needs to work on that. I don't know, but take a screenshot so we can see it. And I'll do the same thing for Optics so we can compare, because they have the 4. They have the 5 at. I'm sorry. You know what? You're right. They have the 4 at 4.4. The 4 is projected to be the favorite. 4,
and then prime probability 16%. So
yeah. And what about the 6?
The 6 is second choice at 8-1 right now.
Yeah. Look at you, Kieran. And then the 11.
The 11 is 8-1.
No, wait, sorry, the 5.
5 is 12-1 right now.
Okay, Optics has 6.6. What about the 11?
The 11 is 8-1 right now. I mean, that was when I was typing it in, on the poll. So,
wow, are you surprised that Proletariat is taking so much money? I am.
Let's see.
I think I have that horse as a C.
I had it on the all ticket that's gone. Actually,
well, they're loading. We should come back.
Okay, we'll come back and talk about it. Yes.
Well, good luck, everybody. We'll be back. There's an inquiry, but real quick, this is Tobias, but we call him FOMO Joe because he bounces from room to room because he never wants to miss anything. So this is FOMO Joe. He's a FOMO Joe. Great job by FOMO Joe there. I don't know what the inquiry is, but oh, the start. Yeah, going back to what I was talking about, when those turf races drop, they're just classier. They're just classier horses. Maldonado did everything right, put the horse on the lead and never looked back.
He's your best, as we say, one of the best gate jockeys there is. If you ever shake his hand, be careful. He'll squeeze it off.
Kieran, any one of them.
Oh,
any one of them would break your hand, man.
The grip is like
the knuckles are like gigantic, and they're like
you think you're shaking a little kid's hand, and then you're like, oh my God, let go, please let go.
Kieran, I got something on my glasses. Can you read that comment? I can't see it. I got a smear. Can you read that out loud?
Frank is a genius.
What?
Frank is a genius. Wow. Is that Is that
from the
Terry?
Rooftop.
Is that Terry?
That's Terry's
burner
account. Terry's. Thank you, @Collins4948. Bingo, Frank. Yeah, look, we talked, but that's the beauty of the show, right? We're in the moment. You guys asked. We talked about the show. Kieran was doing the analysis, looking forward to the next race. I did do that because, like I said, I was helping one of my buddies out with a contest. But that's just an angle to pay attention to. It's something that I've noticed over the years. A lot of people would ignore that horse and go, horses never run. Well, what are they looking at? It looks like someone might have broke the gate here. Oh, here, someone says, starter didn't let the 5 horse go. Well, if that's the case, they might declare the 5 a non-starter.
Yeah, it was so far back. Yeah, that explains how that's not a horse that breaks badly. You know, that was like, what's going on there?
Yeah, that horse is usually like tracking the pace, and that horse was the favorite, so that's not good. But anyway, my point is, you want to zig when you want to be contrarian. You want to zag when people are zigging. People look at FOMO Joe and say, well, the horse has never been on dirt before, so I'm not going to use the horse. And usually that's the right instinct. But when it comes to these low-level races, especially the conditional claimers, class will prevail. Now, it's hard to find the class in a field like this. But if you see a turf horse who has been running against better horses on turf only, that means they thought that horse had a little bit of ability, right? And now they're like, you know what? Let's drop him. Surface doesn't matter at a level like this, especially with a speed horse, right, Kieran? Sometimes just getting in front of horses who don't like to win, that's it. Race over.
Not having a redial in there as well opened it up as well for that horse. You know, they just.
Well, that's definitely true. And having the favorite out of the race. Yeah. I didn't bet the horse. I'm not taking credit. I'm just saying, as an intellectual exercise, that's why I love doing the show, because things come up. No show is the same, Kieran. You know, we're not here on a Tuesday regurgitating the racing form. We're in the moment, in the trenches. So, DTL crew, if you bet the horse, congrats. And shout out to Ryan Hansen, very good trainer. There's Michelle Yu with her hat on. Michelle Yu and Ryan Hansen have a lovely family, and they're both really, really good people who love horse racing. So always happy to see them win.
Well, here, Frank, let me show you what I did.
Yeah, please.
It probably changed just because I picked a poor race, 11 and 11, and by the time I was putting the numbers in, the numbers constantly change. It's better for a short race, and I'm going to try and figure out a way to upload so I don't have to actually do all the henpecking.
Well, yeah, in your defense, you did have to spend 4 hours rebuilding the site that I crashed. So I'm going to give you a pass.
Yeah. Hang on, we can close that. I'm trying to go here. Where is it? Hedge calculator. So we got a bunch of stuff over here. So this is underneath the gelding labs here. So you end up putting in the horses on each leg. Scroll down, morning line. You got to enter the next race morning line. and then you plug in this stuff. That's why it took forever. I had to henpeck all these things in, and then it'll give us the estimated odds based on the double money and looking at the morning line. And that's why it ended up coming up. So it'll be interesting to see, Frank, when we get a little bit closer, if the prices actually drift to what the
we can look at the will pays.
Oh, I suppose we can. Yeah.
And we can compare and see, because I want to compare it to what Optics has too. Because you guys were in agreement on a couple, but different on a couple as well. So
right now, Frank, the number 4 is the favorite in the double at $70.
So, and what number did you land on? I'm 4.78 to the 4, and the 4 is the favorite. You were correct. But what price do you have?
I have 5 to 1, but that was because this is 5 to 1, up. Usually it would be your 4.89, Frank, but I made it rounded up. So it would be like 12 to 1, 9 to 5 type of thing.
Swings and roundabouts. Swings and roundabouts. 6 to 1, half a dozen the other. But you round up, it's 5 to 1. So you nailed it there. Okay, so who's second in the will pay? The
second in the will pay is the 6 at $80, and we said it would be 8 to 1. Right now it's 2 to 1.
No, you have 8. Optics has 5.
Okay.
But what is it? Okay.
Right now he's 2 to 1 favorite.
Interesting. So that horse is taking way more money in the win pool than the horse did in the double.
That is all the barn money poured in there, Frank. 31,000 on the nose, 5,000 to place. So that was the barn money plowing in there.
Okay, and then I'm just going to say real quick, the 11, the 12, and the 1 are all basically 8, 9 to 1. They're all basically the same price. But what do you have?
Mine came out at 8 to 1 for the 11 and 12 to 1 for the 12. And right now, the 11 is 6 to 1. And the 12 is 11 to 1. The reason we did this, and we kind of talked about it in the show.
What about the 1?
The 1 is 15 to 1 is what I came up with.
That's fascinating. I actually like the 1. The 1's my top pick in the race. But
the reason I did this, Frank, was, you know how we're trying to look for sneaky money, and I thought, well, this might be. I called it the smart money thing, but this was my CAW sniff out thing. And
we're allowed to say dirty words now. We're allowed to say CAW, and we're allowed to say low takeout.
We don't have a gag order behind it, Frank, was I wanted to see, for example, you got the 2 fill horses here, the number 6 and the number 12, Jordy Bear and Later Than Planned. And I'd said earlier, I actually preferred, I'm using them both, but I preferred Jordy Bear. And the robots seem to agree with me the way the money came in. You know what I mean? That Jordy Bear is 6 to 1 from 12 to 1, and Later Than Planned is 11 to 1 from 6 to 1. So the whole idea behind it was
look at the pick 3. The 12 is significantly shorter than the 11.
Oh, yes. So that is, you can be, someone asked earlier, we put so many tools on the website, and we'll go through it in a little bit. But you can make it as simple and dumbed down as you want. It's just another tool that I wanted us to have because we talk about it in the show, and you guys can play around with it. And the whole idea is trying to find some,
because we're going to use it on the show, so we'll be fine tuning and stuff. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Kieran. I want to give you a little props here. You created a couple of real cool proprietary things that not even ADWs have. That are being made available to us and our customers. And this is the modern game, right?
Yes.
We'll never have the technology of the CAWs or the algorithms or the ability to batch bet. But you know what? We could use that information based on what you're doing behind the scenes with the tools.
Yeah, we're trying to find a little bit more little bit more information to change our mindset. Like if I was kind of on the fence starting this pick 3, Frank, I can't separate the 11 and the 12. This would be the thing where I go, okay, my hunch was actually correct. What I thought would happen is happening, and I could come back and probably press it a little bit more. And yours as well. Like I had number 1 on a ticket, but the money is telling me the 1 is dead on the board, Frank. You know what I mean? So if I was wondering, if I should bet this horse, and I'm going, let me see what the money is right now. Looking at that into this race, I'm like, I think it's going to be like a B or a C for me, just based on where the money.
So here, real quick. Here's my single. I got away. I'm alive on both my all turfs, right? I don't have the 4 on any ticket. That's the computer horse. So if I'm Mike Whalen, I'm going to pivot. I'm going to start because here's my late pick 3. I'm 1-3 left. I don't have the 4 at all. The 4 is the fancied, sophisticated money horse, right? Based on what we've seen. What is that horse on the tote?
That horse on the tote is 9-1 right now.
And yet all that money came in the multis on that horse.
Yes.
So my pivot would be starting a pick 3 with the 4 in addition to the ones I already have. Would you agree with that?
Yes. And I had it on my all ball and the all turf, but that was the ticket that went down in flames. So when the all turf, let me pull up my pick 4 ticket. I don't even think I put it on one of my pick 3 tickets.
Before you do that, Kieran, because we didn't look at the whole pick 3. We always look at the double and pick 3 will pays. We tend to think that the CAWs bury their money more in the pick 3. So to your point, the 4 is the favorite at 55.20, and the horse is 9-1 on the 12. That's where they hid their money, right?
Yes, correct.
Based on this horse should be 3-1. This horse should be the favorite, and it's not. So, but it is tight, right? So the 4 is $55, the 6 is 59, the 5 is 58, and then my 1 actually there is money on the 1 in the pick 3 at 61, and then the 12 at 68. The 11 is not taking any money in the pick 3. So really, really weird betting here. But clearly the 4 is the fancied computer horse.
Yeah, and when I wrote my notes, Frey and Mullins, 22%. Remember, they were on fire to end Santa Anita, and then they really cooled off. Yeah. But the thing with this horse is all speed and fades. Won at 6 and 5, faded at a mile, 1 back.
This race.
So Brisnet has it actually as its top horse. Equibase has it as its 3rd power. Off Lasix today, and what I said was depends on the jockey, which is tough, which is why I ended up leaving it off. But I'm going to have to do a save my butt pivot. Probably just, because I've got so many other combinations, I'm going to use 4 and go forward and probably single the 9 on the last. So I only have to spend a little bit of money. It's just a matter of what I'm going to do in the next leg. But that's hard to ignore.
What do you guys think about the 4 here? Where was your ranking, Kieran? Do you have your ranking?
I went.
Read off your order of preference, if you don't mind.
5, 6, 7, 11, 12 were my A's. And then I went 8, 10, 1. I didn't even put the 4.
Neither did I.
I didn't even put the 4 on there, not even as a zzz. So
I saw it like you. I think the 4 is going to be forwardly placed with a bunch of
just run out of steam. I just didn't see it, but someone seems to think it.
It must have. Well, you can answer this. Who's top early speed or top consistent speed or whatever?
Actually, this is 2nd early speed. They're saying who they have as top. Number 9, Mokoko with Ricky. The Lee horse is zoom and fade.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And it actually gets in 3 pounds light. The 9.
But, yeah, because this is that's a good point. This is no longer the Oceanside Stakes. It's no longer a restricted stakes. It is now the Oceanside Handicap. So it is open. It used to be restricted to horses who haven't won a graded stakes race at a mile or more and whatever. Now it's open to everybody, but there's a handicap. So I think the high weight is the Michael McCarthy horse Bust Out at 122. So I think the spread's between 122 and 119. And that's up to the racing secretary to assign those weights. We used to see a lot more handicaps back in the day. I wish they would do more. I don't know why they don't, but here's Dan H with something. Go Sapper, Broodmare Sire on the 12. Oh, in the last. How's that? Okay, well, that's good to know for people putting their pick 3 tickets together.
That's my 3rd. That's an A. I went 9, 6, 12 in that last race, Frank. I like the 12.
Okay, let me see what I have, if I have the 12 at all. I think I have like a million horses.
And I actually have a double with my long shots into the 12. Novita Dominga. Rosario lands here for Sadler and Aranis. Need I say more? Barrios rode in the debut in January and hit the bench. The horse cost $525K.
Yeah.
Lots of sharp works. No way this horse is this price.
I agree with you. I'm 9, 4, 5, 12, 10, 11, 7, 6. The 12 would be my first B if it had more of an inside post. But that's a nice one. This is a question for you, Kieran, because it's a jockey question, and you're an owner. Kurt wants to know, why would Frazier leave Mr. AP, finish second in the Breeders' Cup for Jordy Bear?
Because it's
how
Phil.
do contracts work with
Phil.
And you know D'Amato, so.
Yeah, he's the number one guy. Whatever Phil wants him to ride, he goes to.
Yeah, that's his guy.
He's the top dude. Him and Rispoli, and Barrios, but it's more Fresho, Rispoli, Barrios, and then all the other guys.
And one thing about that, speaking of Mr. AP, and I agree with you, Kieran. Freshy was Phil's guy, so Phil says, right, he's going to leave Mr. AP. Look, Mr. AP's never been on turf before. It's kind of an experiment. But
Jordy is very live.
But no, I'm talking about Mr. AP.
Oh,
never
Mr.
been
AP,
on turf before. What?
I was saying, go ahead, yes.
Oh yeah. No, because this is germane to the conversation. There was a quote from Rosario in the Racing Forum. I think it was either Steve Anderson who wrote the article or Brad Free. Rosario said, "I've been on this horse. I will ride this horse wherever Mr. Serin puts the horse." So they think very, very highly of this horse. Now, sure, the horse has been working on dirt. Great. Feels good. Ran second in the Breeders' Cup Juby. I can't bet a horse like that in a spot like this, especially if the horse is taking money. At 2-1? I mean, they think that's shocking to me. Shocking.
Well, Frank, there's one other horse in the last race I want to mention because it's one of the angles I really, really like, before we forget about it. And that horse is the number 6. It is Helen's Time. Frey's riding for a small stable. First time turf. Horse has 4 of 6 winners, 2 turfers. Closed very well on dirt at Los Al last out and trains at Los Al. And you know how we've talked about on this show that those horses training and racing at Los Al, when they come down to the turf at Del Mar over the years, it's been a very sneaky and big. I've made a lot of money on it.
Fade them on dirt, upgrade them on turf. That's 100%.
Yes. And they also get first time Lasix. Like this is a lot like that horse that I can't remember it now, but this is one of those angles I look for. Going from Los Al will absolutely get overlooked, and it's a great price. I think when I do my pivot pick 3 ticket, Frank, I'm going to do 4 in this one, the side on the middle, but I think I'm going to go 9, 6, 12 in the last. So I just got to figure out what I'm going to do in the middle leg. I'm
glad you mentioned that horse, Kieran. I have a lot of horses in the B line, and this is one of them, but I actually have a note from the last time this horse ran in Formulator, which will now be integrated into Gelding Labs, because every time we talk about a horse and say something nice, it's going to show up in our database.
You guys have no idea what's coming.
If Frank
we have so much data, it'll drown you.
Here's my note from that last race. First of all, it was a Brad Free horse to watch. After every week, Brad Free picks out horses. He has a horse to watch list. I make note of it. Me and TQ, we put it in Formulator. Brad Free horse to watch said ran evenly late, but galloped out in front. So that was just a prep dirt race for this. It's not an easy spot, but that horse should outrun the odds. And I guarantee you're going to get better than 12-1.
Who did you rank in race 9, Frank? I ended up going 5, 1, 10, 4. I put the mat at 5 at the bottom, but what did you have for that race?
This was a difficult race for me. I had 4 A's originally, and 2 of them scratched. So that
I had both those scratches. I had those scratches as well. Yes.
Yeah, Geezer and another bullet. So that left me with the 7 and the 3. And speaking of the 7, that's Radar Rob's horse, Kerry Gold. And I reached out and wished him luck. And he said, horse is doing great. Horse is going to run, but may need one. That's what, and he's so honest. He's not saying the horse can't win. Not saying the horse is going to lose. He's just saying everything's good. He might need one.
You guys should bet that horse because I bet it every damn time just because it's an Irish name and it's Rob's horse. I'm not going to bet it today. So there you go, Rob.
I thought the race set up perfectly. There's a ton of speed. This horse is just going to, and if the track plays the way it played last year, tracking wide on the outside and just grind them down. So, but here, Kieran, my A's were the 7 and the 3, not strong at all because I like the other two better. And then I'm 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 9. It's a very difficult race for me. What do you have?
And
what are your notes on Kerrygold?
Let me see. What did I say? Can for radar, Rob. Paycheck horse. I cannot bet, but I would use underneath an exactas and trifectas.
That is one thing about Rob. When he
Paycheck
purchases a horse, he knows that horse is a workhorse, man. 40 starts, 4 wins, 7 places, 9 thirds, 237,000. Now, I don't think he didn't own the horse for the whole career, but my goodness, he knows how to pick happy, healthy, sturdy horses who know how to earn their keep. Let's go back to this race because our man Michael K is all about that 12, about that 12, about that 12. What are your notes on the 12 here later than planned? I know you like Geordie Bear better, but I used all 4. I used all 3 D'Amatos. I like the one the best.
I went. The other Phil Barrios rides 3 of 6 for Phil. Bullet works. This horse is always at the line, but coin flip if wins. Have to use both Phils. I give the edge to Geordie.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't think distance is a problem with this horse. I know, the last 2 mile races don't look great on paper, but I wonder if the horse is as good of a price as he is because, his best races have come sprinting. I'm just here's my biggest surprise. My biggest shocks in this race: the 6 at 2-1 favorite, and the 4 at 7-1, despite all the sneaky money the 4 took. So I'm putting in another pick 3 based on that information.
I mean, the 6, Rosario rides for Saren and Not Secured Freedom, whom he won on in June. First race since the Breeder Cup Juvenile last year when Freshu rode to a second, but Freshu went to Phil's horse. Must use. That's all I had for Mr. AP. So I'm not shocked at the price.
As the favorite?
I actually thought Bust Out would be the favorite.
Yeah, so did I.
Pratt rode at Churchill, and Harrow won 1 back at Santa Anita, so absolutely must use. So I put it 5, 6, then 7,
Well, I'm pivoting on my pick 3, Kieran, but I need help in that middle leg again. Can you read me your order of preference again in race 9?
I went 5, 1, 10, 4, 6, 9. The reason I like the 1.
No. The middle leg, race 9.
Yeah, this is race 9. 5, 1, 10, 4, 6, 9.
There's no 10.
Oh, it's scratched. That's right. Or did I mistype it? Hang on.
So wait, Moment of Valor is your top pick in the next leg?
In the next leg in race 9, Moment of Valor is my top pick. Correct.
Okay, so read your numbers again. I'll just ignore the scratches. 5, 1.
I went 5, 1, 4.
4. Okay.
6 also scratched. 5, 1, 4, 9. There you go. Sorry, I forgot about the scratches.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Well, I guess we should look at the doubles going forward and see which one of these horses is taking money.
We got 4 minutes. So the horse taking the money from the 4 into the next leg from the 6. 4 is the favorite, $18. And looking around at all the other different combinations, Frank, the second favorite is the 5 into the 4 at 28. The 11 into the 4 at 34. 11 and 12 into the 4 is 47. So it's 6 pretty dominant, $18. Then $28 for the 5, $34 for the 11. And the sneaky horse, the 4, who that robots were hopping on, 4 into 4 is $46, Frank. Very weird. Weird betting.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I get it that a lot of people don't have an opinion, but there are certain horses taking money that I didn't expect. Like I didn't expect the 4 in the Oceanside to have all that sneaky money in the multis. This is very, very confusing to me.
In the next
I'm trying
leg,
to figure
Frank,
out who to use here. Go ahead.
The next leg, race 9, Frank, 13 races. We don't have a really big sample size. Horses 5 to 1 or more, Frank, have won 7 of 13. So you want the favorite doesn't do that well in this next leg. That's why I kind of leaned more towards those higher priced horses.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at my ticket that I'm trying to use this for, and I'm wondering, do I want to spend this $36 or do I fix it in the double? You know, that's the quandary. I got 2 minutes to decide.
Well,
but
yeah, but I mean, I think you should start a pick. Like you could play a tight one, singling the 4 and singling the 9 in the last, and spreading in the middle.
In the last,
I think it'd be silly not to use the 4 because of the money, but at the same time, you know, it's not like they're right all the time. You know.
No, yeah,
We've done well fading them at Santa Anita.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, actually, you know what? That's correct, Frank, because when we get to the double, I was going to throw in my 2 price horses, the 6 and the 12 in the last leg, but I don't need to, because if I get out of this leg with this 4, I can come back and fix the double and play my long shots in that last race. So I'm just going to go. 4
DTL, when Kieran pretends that he's like, oh, should I bet? It's performative. He already bet. He's like, oh, I don't know if maybe I shouldn't.
It's $12. I just hit send. So I'm going to do 4 with 1, 4, 5, 9 with 9. It's going to cost me $12 using the roll button money here. I was going to make it a higher bet, but as I said, we kind of use these bets together. So when I get to that, if I get out of this leg and the next leg, I'll do win money on my long shots and I'll press my doubles more that I don't have.
There was no way you were not going to pivot in a late pick 3 with the 4 here. There was no way. I don't know why you pretended. Maybe you wanted to look, oh, it's an intellectual exercise.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Stephen D, Mike McCarthy, he's won 3 already. He's got bust out here. The horse that Kieran and I both thought should be favored, is 5 to 1, and the 6 is taking all the money. Yeah, what do you guys think of this? Let's talk about this Mr. AP as they go to post. Kurt, if D'Amato takes Freyshue off, Mr. AP is second place producer. He must love his chances with his horse. Yeah, I mean, those are good horses. All 3 of the D'Amato horses are good horses. Here's James White. I love James White, just slides in. 1-4.
The other thing we should mention too, Frank, is we also don't know many times when these horses were entered, and sometimes, you know, Freyshue might have been already booked on this horse.
Right. They didn't know Mr.
6 weeks
was going to run in a turf race.
Yeah. And then they decided late, okay, we're going to do it. And then you're like,
that's
well, now
a very
we got
good point, Kieran. Yeah.
So
Phil had already had this plan. Right? Because Jordy Bear's a turf horse. Phil already had this
they're in the gates, Frank.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Shut up, Frank. Blah, blah.
What other show does that, Frank? Got to follow the money. Frank muted. Bingo card.
I didn't even know we were on stage. I was still watching the race on the TV. I think I'm on time delay.
Yeah,
oh my God,
they
knew.
See, I was saying, you don't get that on a Tuesday handicapping show. That was us looking at the money, Frank.
Nobody had that horse.
Nope.
No, yes, we did.
We did. We had the pivot, and we did that little calculator tool we had on the website, Frank, and it said the 4 was where the money was going. So
that is
not
unbelievable.
Not too shabby. We saw the money coming in on the double pool. That's why I added that calculator, Frank, because we've talked about it many times, and I thought putting it into practice, we could use it. And believe it or not, I used it at Parks when I was testing it this week, and if it worked at Parks.
Yeah. Never in my life have I seen such a treacherous hive of villainy and whatever the line is from Mos Eisley in Star Wars. Yeah, Parks is the cesspool. So, wow.
When we get to
6-1, Kieran, 6-1 on the tote. The third choice, that horse ran like it was a 5-year-old grade 1 winner against a bunch of 3-year-old claimers.
Yep.
And those fractions were not slow. 46 and change. 110 and 3. Wow. Crushed them. 133 and 2 final time. Wow. So here's Kieran's burner account, Pismo Joe. Kieran, you are a genius. So we've got dueling genius comments here. Terry's burner account and your burner account. There's a lot of geniuses in this forum here.
But that couldn't have turned out better. It's not always going to work like that, but it's another one of those things where using live information to change our opinions. And you got to follow the money, guys. A handicapping show on Tuesday, and we handicap early in the week. And look how many times you come in here, and it's us looking at the betting action is why we're alive, not the ticket we put together 3 days ago,
I threw that horse. I told you I was making my bet. I threw that horse in. I'm single to the 9, and I have my 2 A's, and I threw in one of your horses in the next leg. But so I wouldn't have had that horse for a penny. Let me look at my comments in the paper on the forum. I had it as a B, but when I read you off my ranking, I think I may have even dropped. It's either the last B or I dropped it as a B. Let me see the ranking. That was what, race 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had that as when I did the full matrix, Kieran. I was 1, 3, 11, 12 is my A's, 5, 6 is my B's, my C's, 7, 2, 4. The only horse I ranked worse was the 8. And the 4 wins by 1 million.
And the horse actually did what I thought it was going to do, and was the reason I didn't use it. Went to the front, and usually the horse fades, but
there should have been other horses up front.
Yeah, he got away at crazy fractions and was able to hang on.
Right. So I don't blame the other horses for not going with him, because it was a suicide mission. We're 46.
Yep.
And Kieran, look at that. No money in the win pool.
Nope.
No money in the win pool. Sneaky, sneaky. All the money buried in the double. Big favorite in the double will pays Kieran. $30 over. The next one was the 5 at 50. And then also the favorite in the pick 3. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, they hid that money, and that's why we have this tool. They hide the money all over the place. You got to look for where they hide the money, and
right. So people who pick this horse 10th, they listed 10 horses. This was a 10th horse on a Tuesday. Hey, I had the winner. Kieran, we're the opposite. We're like, we didn't have the winner on the radar. We sucked. We were awful, but you know what? We didn't need to have the winner. The computers had the winner. Thank you very much, CAW. We're all alive. It's crazy. There has to be a pivot. 80% gambling, 20% handicapping. Right now,
Correct.
it's 80% handicapping. Actually, it's 95% handicapping, 5% gambling. This is a gambling show.
And they do all the work early in the week when what gets me is I don't have my correct datas in the morning line. I'm like, how can you do a Tuesday show when you don't even have the stuff out? Like, you're just throwing darts against the wall and picking chalk.
And again, no, like, look, they're very valuable. You know, we've been guests, we've done them ourselves. It's awesome. I think the more information out there for people, the better. The problem is there's no follow-up. You can't put that information into practice. We handicap in advance. We have our stuff up in advance. But you know what?
And then we change it.
Everyone has a game plan until you get punched in the face. We got punched in the face by proletariat. So we responded. We punched back. We're going to use the 4. We're going to pivot. Right? Yeah. I mean, like, it's why I love this show so much. And every show is different. And yet it seems that at least once a show, we sniff out a horse like this. Our biggest mistake was not betting the horse to win at 6-1.
Yeah. I mean, I reluctantly used it because of the robot money. Yeah. And I used one earlier that only ran half a race. But as we said, it doesn't always work, but it only has to work that one time. And that small pivot ticket. I mean, look at that ticket I had at Santa Anita, Frank. The pivot double I did for $5, paid what, $1,500 on horses I never would have used because it was getting money.
Well, Chris, you know what, Chris? First of all, I love Dean. Dean was my editor. Dean used to be the editor of DRF Press. So Dean edited a couple of my books. I've known Dean for a very, very long time. One of the sharpest guys out there. He's been a guest on my handicapping seminars. And Kieran, we should probably have him on. Dean, Chris is saying that Dean had the 4 as his top pick in the race and a 4-2 ice cold exacta. I'm not surprised. Dean is awesome. So thank you for sharing that. But next time, let us know before the race that Dean had the horse. So then maybe that would have given us even more courage to bet the horse. No, I'm just kidding. But that is awesome. I love Dean.
These are all the guys when the gates open. Oh yeah, I just heard that's 90-1 is going to win.
Yeah, if you guys are on X, I believe it's Kep's Corner. Let me see. Yeah, KEPPSKORNER. Absolutely worth a follow. One of the best handicappers out there. And Dean also bets. He's not a guy who just picks horses.
Well, the easy way for them to see him, Frank, is like you and me. He's on the Del Mar handicapping site with us. So just go there. Well, DMTC handicapping. You'll see his picks right there.
Well, you mean with me. You got 86, I think.
No, I'm back again. I'm back, baby.
Kieran has a very passive-aggressive relationship with the Del Mar website. He's the only person I know who has ups and downs with a website. Anyway, that's
websites
awesome.
Don't like me.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. And then you have me blowing everything up when you just. Here's like, I finally got everything automated. I wake up to like 30 emails. I tried to sign up. The site's down. It was my fault.
So
sorry.
The site actually is never down. What ends up when I add a plugin, I got to deactivate it. Right? I got to add it. I deactivate it. So it might be down for like 4 seconds while I click update. But some people are like, where is it? Where is it? I'm not waiting 2 seconds.
Well, here's Michael K. Great show, guys. Hey, we love having you, Michael. You came in like a tornado, and I love it. Keep doing what you do. Our man Dean here. I need to get out. Give me a good double, please. We will do that.
Oh, we actually should throw our doubles up because I just fired away at a bunch of doubles.
So real quick though, good fella, thank you for joining us. Waiting on the 3 to get out and make a run. Was the 3 boxed in? Is that a horse that we should look at for next time? You know, I didn't see the trip because I was just like standing there in front of the TV with my jaw open as the Mullins horse just kept distancing. But yeah, Unravel Time's a nice horse. If you think the horse had trouble, let us know. That'll go into the database. You want to explain that real quick, Kieran?
So if you go to the site, how many minutes we got? We got 16 minutes. We got time.
Yeah, the double's easy. We already have our doubles planned out. But this is actually very important because it's not just what we write about. It's actually what we talk about on the show as well. And nobody else is doing this.
No. Well, they
will
soon,
now.
I'm sure. All right. So, you know, when you go into the dashboard, we got Gelding Labs. So Oh, actually, before we do this, Frank, so they know what's going on, I should show the video. I have the video on there. We got to introduce a new guy to the show.
Yeah.
Archie.
And this here is my smart brother, Archie Gelding. He's the brains of the operation, ain't you, Arch? Everybody keeps asking me how I remember all this horse racing information. Truth is, I don't. Archie does. Archie reads every Frank's Matrix, every Kieran note, every research article, and every live show we've ever done. Meet Archie.
He's got the king.
He's got a book called The Theory of Racing?
Yes.
I've never seen. Where do I get a copy?
All right. Let me share
I think it was his brother who said, if you're a good horse player, you bet. If you're not, you write books. Something like
yes,
that. Is that
something like that. Yeah. All right. So you go into Gelding Labs, and you got all these different things down here, but the one we're talking about here is Archie. My smart brother, archive research, blah, blah, blah. Anything Frank and I do, and this will be invaluable as we go through, and start uploading all our old stuff. But I'm going to use one for an example. You could even do like Chad, when we had him in the show. And not only will it, watch it probably broken with all the things I did, Frank. All right, it's not working right now. Of course it's not.
Well, why don't you just explain it? You don't have to because we can do a tutorial. We can do something at some point.
Yeah, you type in.
People know the information that's available.
Oh, it was just slow. You type in Chad, and it's just a trainer, but you can type in anything. You could even type in grade 1 winners, and as it populates, you'll get more. But It'll start showing all the mentions and Frank's notes, my notes. When we did labs, it'll show you all the ones that's in. But another beauty, you scroll down here, it'll show you every time on these shows, all our transcripts have been uploaded as well. So it'll actually show you the video where we've talked about a horse and what we've said. So lots and lots of information in there for you guys. You click on it, and it'll take you to the video. And this is the video where we had it. So, it popped up in another window, but lots of information for you guys to jump into if you want. And then there's an archive search. It'll show you everywhere a horse has been mentioned. We've got,
and we're also, Kieran, we're also going to go back 2 years and upload all of my Matrix horse by horse analysis and whatever horse notes Kieran has to populate the database. I think 2 years is a long enough time. I don't think we have to go back.
You don't need anything more. And the horse notes will show up here. These are just the ones we've written to make sure everything worked. Then I've also got in here, this is the value finder. This is where I was doing it. And this is where I put in this thing for Larry for hedging and dutching and all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, we're going to have to do that. If we're alive to something.
But I didn't show it earlier. I went away from it. The value finder in here, Frank. I've also got one where we can do exactas as well in the last race and see which exactas we should play, looking at what the probables are. Lots of info. But if you don't want all this information, you just go up here and you click Frank's notes and Kieran's notes, and you're a happy lamb. You don't need to do anything else. But these are all tools that we'll use on the show. So I was like, these are things I've always wanted. So why not give it to you guys?
As the Brits say, it's all part of the service. All part of the service. Use it or don't. That's up to you. It's all part of the service. All right. Well, let's move on here. Frank, who do you have in race 9? Yeah, this is the one that we talked about that I was struggling with when I pivoted using Proletariat, because I asked Kieran who he liked, because we both had 2 horses who were A's who scratched. So that narrowed it down for me to just 2 horses. But put your double up and then I'll put mine up and we'll figure it out.
I mean, I just went $5 all around. I had trouble with this one, so I actually plugged in my notes, plugged in my bets that I was thinking of doing, and then asked AI, "What do you think?" I want to maximize my long shots on my A opinions, so that's why I ended up just doing $5 doubles, testing out the idea again. So I'm all
Right,
about
so-
the 1-5 in here. Oh, there was a scratch as well, wasn't there? 10.
We're
Sorry,
gonna look
I
at
thought
we should. I'm gonna pull up the probables so we can look at some probables. But just real quick though, again, shout out to Adelphi Racing in McAteer, and then on Saturday tomorrow, Kieran, tacos and tequilas, propane
Yep.
and champagne.
Yep, tacos and tequilas at the track. So I'm definitely I missed the opening day, but I will not be missing tacos and tequilas. So I might be in here going like this on Sunday. Oh, why did I have so much tequila?
I heard from a little birdie that you might put it on a tip sheet.
We'll see. Maybe. I don't know if you want it today. They're probably using today's in the bathroom.
Hey, we're alive in the late pick 3. No, but seriously, tomorrow, first of all, Del Mar has a lot of great events all summer
those
long.
Saturday events, fantastic.
But Saturday is tacos and tequilas. It's a lot of fun. Kieran and Shannon will be there. Terry and I are TBD. But if you guys are going out to the track, absolutely check it out. It's a great, great event. And then they have the wine festival in 2 weeks. They got a beer and barbecue thing. They're putting a hit out on me because they're having a lobster boil, and I'm allergic to shellfish. I won't be within a 10-mile radius of that place in a month.
I'll hide some in your medicine bag. We got 100K in the pool already, Frank, for the double. We got 9 minutes now. So right now, 4 into 9.
Yeah, let's look at the 9
bucks.
That's my
actually
top pick.
It's not bad. $44. I thought it would be a lot lighter. The next
Now
highest.
remember, Peeps, this is a $5 double. So
yeah. The next highest is the 4 into the 7 at 59, and the 4 into the 4 at 78. So they're saying it's 9-4-5 on the betting, essentially.
But how big of a favorite is the 9? I mean, pretty significant, right?
If
you look at the 4 in this race, who's even money. You got the 9 at 43, and then the next lowest, Kieran. Well, the 760. So the 7's taking some money, and then you have the 4 at 77. But and then the 5 at 91. Then everyone else is.
Yeah, I wish I could. 7. I wish I had 10 minutes to type in the stuff, but I actually just had an idea. I'm going to send myself an email. I'm going to see if I can take a screenshot of the probables double thing and upload it, and maybe I can have AI read it for me. So,
yeah, populate the fields for you.
Yep. I think I'm gonna send myself a reminder. Always, if you guys have anything you'd like to add, you know what I mean, let me know.
Yeah, the 7. What do you have on the 7 in the nightcap? Because the 7 is taking money.
I said, that's
5-1 morning line. Optics has it at 3.8. Whereas the favorite, the 9, is 3.2.
Barrios for Phil. They're 3 of 6. Well, now they're 3 of 7 after the last race. Horse gives the same old performance in both starts. I just thought, I mean, I'm not saying the horse can't win, but it was like not improving, not regressing, just what you see is what you get. And I liked more other horses better. But you're saying it's getting money, huh?
Yeah, well, can you do your calculator just like with one combo, or does you have to do the whole populate everything?
You have to populate.
You snipped out proletariat.
You have to populate. Let me see if I don't know. Actually, let me see if it. But I think you have to populate everything.
Like, can I help you do it while we're doing this? Because that was great. I mean, I'm looking at optics, and I'm telling you that, and I'm looking at the probables as well. The 7 off a 5-1 morning line is taking more money than it should be based on.
Well,
that.
I'm going to say there's 2 horses and 2 horses. So give me the first horse's numbers.
Okay. So in this leg or in the next leg?
In this leg.
This leg just use the 4. Matt at 5.
Okay. So right now, morning line was 3-1. Current odds are
4-5.
Okay.
And then in race 10.
On race 10. Okay.
Okay. The 7 5-1 morning line.
Okay, that's
and the 9 7-2 morning line.
7-2. All right. Yeah, no, it won't do it without.
It needs the whole pool. Yeah, it's got to analyze.
Yeah, it needs the pool to kind of see where they're hiding money and overplaying something and going elsewhere to hide it type of thing is what it needs. It needs to read everything.
I think by next show you'll have it figured out where AI can just, like, you can take a screenshot of the odds and then.
Yeah, I actually didn't think of doing the screenshot thing because when I was doing my testing, it was easy at parks where they have 3 horse races.
But I mean, look, we could look it's not hard for us to figure out based on the
4 into 7.
We're looking at a heavy favorite here. So the math in the next leg should be pretty accurate because we have.
Yes,
it's not like there's money spread in this leg.
It's saying the 4 to the 9 is 42, the 4 to the 7 is 59, and that the next highest is the 4 to the 4 at 76, and no other horses are taking any kind of action.
So I'm 9, and then my first B is 4. I have the 7 as a B, but I have 30 horses as Bs. Yeah. So I like the 4 more than the 7, but the 7 is the one that's taking sneaky action. How did you rank this leg? The last leg. Sorry.
In this one, this one was
9.
I said this is the one where of 13 races, for the sample size, Frank, 7 of the winners were over 5 to 1, and I ranked it 5, 1, 10, 4. Oh, 10's gone. 5, 1, 4, 9.
No, the next leg. I'm sorry.
The next leg. The next leg, I went 9, 6, 12, 2, 3, 10, 4, 7, 5.
Yeah. You have the 7 like 8th choice, same as me.
Yeah, because
7 is taking money.
Maiden special weight, Frank, we know those are chaos on turf. And 50% of the winners from the sample size, 5 to 1 or more. And 4 of those winners over 10 to 1. So it really is a long shot. It's either going to be the 9 or whoo.
Well, no, it could be the 7. The 7 is, the 7's the one taking the sneaky money.
I was looking at, so if we both agree on the 9 in the next leg, Frank.
Yeah.
And we did all in this race.
I just wrote it down.
Tossing
$5
the 4.
All 9, $10 5 9 with 9, and $30 4 with 9.
Because the $5 doubles all into the next leg, the lowest payout is $111, and this bet will cost us $35.
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing because other than the 4-9 combo, all the others to the 9 pay really good.
Yeah, so it's worth doing that kind. That was that's one of those even for $5. If the 9 is the horse in the next leg, we're making good money, as long as the 4 doesn't win this one.
So what I'm doing is I'm gonna do a $5 double, all with 9, and then I'm looking at the second and third lightest pays, which are the 5 and the 9 to the 9. So I'm gonna come back and do those an extra 2 times. So $10, 5, 9 with 9. And this is just strictly math. I'm not even I don't care about the handicapping or anything. The only thing I care about handicapping wise is the 9 in the last. That's the key horse. And then I'm going to come back and do a $40 double with the 4 here at even money.
Yeah, I was going to do a $20 double, 4 to the 9, and that will cover my bets here. It's $20. And I already have the 5-9, and I've got my
$40, $44. You said
$42. The 4 to the 9 it's 41 now, so I was going to do it 4 times. 160 is my, it'll cover all my double bets, and I've got them in other iterations as well. But if we get a price in this one and we're correct about the next race, Frank, we're looking really good.
Well, and don't forget, Kieran, we're alive in the pick 3 as well because we pivoted with Proletariat. Let me see what I have. I only have the 3, 4, 7 here, though.
I've got who do I have here? I've got 4 horses in here. I've got my top 4 horses, I believe. Let me look here. We actually bet, so we got to look at our screen. I've got 1, 4, 5, 9, Frank, in this one.
1, 4. I'm sorry, say it again.
1, 4, 5, 9.
Okay, so. Well, one of us should get out alive. You have 1, 4, 5, 9, and I have 3, 4, 7. So the only horse we have is the same as the 4.
So I was thinking of coming back then because you had pointed out in that next leg that the 7 is getting, some sneaky money, the Goodies horse with Barrios. Well, I
Yeah,
really want
so-
Barrios to
no.
heat up so he can win for us next week. So I might do just a $5 double with my 159 with about 7 in the next leg. $15.
We only have 1 minute, Kieran, but I wanted to take a quick look. We both talked about that sneaky horse Goodies, not Goodies, the 6, the James Glenn horse. No money in the double, 28-1, dead.
Yeah.
So you could probably bet that horse to win if you like that horse. But anyway, how close are we? Are they at the gate here?
They're still galloping, so we probably have a minute or two, Frank.
Did you think this 4 would be even money? I'm shocked.
I kind of did. Rosario Miller, you know what I mean? Like, this might be the horse that starts their domination on dirt here, but he wasn't good enough for me to have a lock. I said Rosario for Miller used to be a potent duo, back to dirt, used but not a lock. Sharp work.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not surprised of what it is. Who else is in here? Yeah,
even money though. I mean, okay. Well, that's a good sign. I mean, that means, you know, when the money shows up for a Peter Miller horse, that's
yeah, they
typically a
know.
good thing.
Yes.
Let me just roll through the comments real quick before we bounce out here. LD giving you a compliment. This is hedge fund type tools, Kieran. 95% ahead of other gamblers. Thank you, Larry.
Thank you. We give you guys the tools.
Turf to dirt. Okay, Ugg had several horses. No FOMO, Joe. Sorry. Scurvy Tooth is back. Scurvy Tooth, we missed you. Kieran, keep an eye on the. I don't want to, you know, when they start to load, let me know. So good to have. Terry and I were just talking about you the other day about the Andy Warhol picture. So good to have you back. Really appreciate that. Yes, Terry welcomes back. Yeah, I think we talked to a Hockey King. Thank you for joining us. I think we talked enough about race 9.
We've talked it to death.
No tickets alive in the pick 6, Kieran.
Wow.
Larry just announced that.
Welcome to Del Mar.
Charlie liked the way the 5 looked in the paddock in the post parade. Well, that's a problem for me because I don't have the 5, but I think Kieran.
That's good for me.
5? Yeah,
I
you have
do.
the 5.
It's my top pick.
Yes, it was, and I decided not to use it. Well, I have it in the double. I do have it in the double. Kurt's going to call his long shot. Maldonado reunites with the 8. Here. It's a cinch. This is a tough race. I wouldn't be shocked if anyone. Here's Michael K. The one is a lock. I love it.
Well, I will say for It's a Sense, Edwin for Mendez has early speeds, but I don't see it. But it does have the top power rating for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, and it's a 4-year-old. There's a bunch of 3-year-olds in here. I could not X the horse. The horse has decent form, good post.
And it's dropping.
Yeah, I think my problem was
6-month break.
I think my problem was the distance. What is this?
Yeah, this is like and the horse has done really well, 5, etc.
Yeah, I thought that was my 6.5. I thought the horse would get leg weary late. Peter Urton's horse, the 5. Well, good luck there. $25 double. Moment of Valor. That's your top pick. It's Ulysses Rose. Charlie's also getting 5.
I think we're getting a better price on Moment of Valor, Frank, the number 5, because Barrios left to ride Frank Bullitt, who's scratched. But it made sense that he would go to the Paula horse because he's been blowing up the tote board with Capestro's horses. So I think you're getting a better price on 5 because Barrios left, I think.
Well, and also because I think the 4 is being overbet.
Yes.
I don't think the 4 should be even money. I think the 4 should be favored, but not even money. Scurvy Tooth is live to the 4 and 8. And then one last comment here. Our man James White, 259 with 257. So he does not have my 9 in the last.
I will say,
Are they
Frank,
doing a double shuffle here? What's taking them so long?
The pools, 140. Oh, actually, money just came off the 4. It was 142. Now it's 140. 140 to win. 22 to place.
Oh,
Almost.
they're all in.
Yeah, six
Right? No, that-
times. So
Yeah. Oh, not quite 8, but that's still for. I don't know.
they're not hedging as much as they usually do. And
Yeah, I mean, even money on like that's a little crazy. And it's not even your top pick here on.
no, and the 8 is only they're really hedging on the 9 Frank Bullet. The 8, 28 to win, 7K for place. So only 4 times. That's about the same for the other ones.
Yeah, and Frank Bullett's done really well on turf, but he's the kind of horse who finds trouble. We'll see how
this
his
is
turf
jockey who sometimes puts the horses in trouble too. He will win an occasional race. I'm not a fan of his, but I will be if he heats up. And you gotta watch these guys when they start heating up and you jump on. They're like Rispoli now, you gotta jump on. He's showing he's on his game right now for sure. He's won.
Yeah, like, well, I know your note probably says if Rosario couldn't win with the horse, because you do that with Pratt a lot. Well, if Pratt rode this horse 3 times and couldn't win, why is X jockey going to win? Right? That's one of your angles. And it's
yeah, well,
really
I did say on it on my when I was writing it, I went
they're loading. Go ahead, real quick. Go
Pops
real quick.
on. Rosario rode to a second. The price seems low. Defensive use maybe, which is why I have it defensively. All right.
Well, good luck, everybody. Let's see how it goes. this is twice today we talked about these turf horses just being classier.
Yes.
You know? This horse moves to the dirt and crushed. Like
Yes.
absolutely crushed. I know you were talking about the jockey, but like I love Tyler. I think I always root for him. But I think if you or I were on that horse, as long as we didn't fall off, we would have won. That horse killed them.
I mean, I made it all the other scratches pushed it up, to the 4 spot. And the reason it was so far down is I thought 4-1 was too low for the horse. It did end up. I mean, you end up getting
it drifted up. It definitely
6-1. But hey,
yeah. Let me see what the imputed. Well, let's see what the will pays were on that horse.
76. It was the 4th choice. Fourth of 9.
So based on the morning line, that's like not good. It was second choice on the morning line. So the computers didn't fancy that horse that much.
The pick 3, it was the 3rd choice though, Frank. Actually,
but that's more in line with the morning.
I would say the pick. It was just $1. Like on the pick 3, Frank. The 4 was $82. The 5 was $94.60. The 9 was $95.55. So not a whole.
The best value on that horse was in the win pool.
Correct.
6-1.
Yep. Second
choice on the morning. They overbet the 4. Like I said, there's no way that horse should have been even money. So what I did, I was just using what we saw. I had a $5 all to the 9, and then a $10 5-9 with the 9, and then a $30 4 with 9. So the $30 one's out, but I'm alive for $15 to the 9. Hopefully it didn't come in that much. I guess we'll see once it's official.
We'll find out.
And what do you have? Because I know you also
I'm alive to the 7 and the 9. I'm alive to the 9 on the pick 3, the pivot 3, pick 3. I'd single, went 4 deep, and then 9 is my single. And then on my double, I had all to the 9 for $5. And then I also had 159 to the 7 for $5. And then the ones I threw in earlier. So.
Well, I was born.
Actually, I'm looking. So my earlier AI bets that I did not bother changing. Hang on, let me pull it up here, Frank.
Yeah, Dan, I agree. I don't know why the 4 was even money. Somebody unloaded on that 4 and whiffed.
So that first one's dead. Second one's dead. I've got a $5 double as well. 9 to the 6-12. My 2 long shots, Frank.
In addition to your other stuff, yeah. Okay,
yes.
Great. Yeah,
so,
right here, Jay's alive, but he's alive to the 4. Hold on, who's this 4? First time hearing of it. Oh yeah, this is Pencil Bay. Simon
Pencil Bay. Yeah, I'm not shocked at that.
Yeah, that horse figures. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what these will be. Oh, there's an objection.
What?
Ooh, top 3 finishers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Michael, there is a pick 6 carryover. There was one before the race even started. LD Kaching.
Yeah, but
nice.
inquiry. Top 3. Oh, no. No.
Yeah, objection, hold all tickets. Well, you have the 4 as well.
Yeah, but
not a double DQ.
Take the 9 and the 4 down.
No, I don't have the 8. I only have the 8 for $5. It's a cinch. I don't know if the horse is named after this character, but there is a SoCal regular named Cinch, and he got the nickname because we talked to him about a horse, and he go, "This horse can't lose. It's a cinch." So, I don't know if you know him, but you've seen him. I'll point him out to you. But yeah, Cinch, funny guy. Good horse player, very good horse player. What's going on?
I don't know. I don't see what they're looking at, but my record with stewards is over.
I would feel bad if they took Tyler down, man. I mean, but it's an objection. It's not even an inquiry, right, Kieran? Let's see. I'm looking on the big screen here.
Inquiry.
I don't have a curved monitor like you do.
Where? Oh, objection. Yeah, the stewards aren't gonna. Who's the one whining?
What are they looking at?
Who's the whiner?
Yeah, sorry about my pose here. I'm looking off camera on the big screen where I have. Hey, oh, that's what I meant to say. Our FanDuel friends are back for Del Mar, so shout out to them. I got FanDuel on the big TV. I got the ADW on the small screen. I don't see anything. Do you see anything? I don't see anything.
I don't see anything. I don't know what they're looking at, to be honest.
They're saying the 9. Thank you, James. They're saying the 9 came over on the 8. In what world?
Yeah.
From what I'm seeing, they're showing like entering the lane. Maybe it was later on and they're just showing the wrong part of the race. I don't know. Well, James, what do you think? Since you know what's going on there. Yeah, Stephen D says it's against Frank Bullitt. Yeah, on the bid, it's an objection. They have to take a look. Did you
see
the
stewards don't like to. They didn't put the inquiry sign up, so I don't know. It's rare for them to say they missed it.
So who's the jock of the 8 who's complaining? Maldonado.
Yeah.
Well, even if he did it cost the 4? Did it cost the 8 a placing? I don't know. It seemed like Frank Bullitt was like well clear. I didn't see how close it was for second and third though. Oh, at the start of the race. Okay, so what I was seeing on the TV was not the right part of the race. So our man Stephen D saying it was at the start of the race. James White says no change. So there you go. He says I don't see enough. So maybe it's not official yet. They're taking a long time. This seems a little silly.
That's usually not a good sign when they take that long.
Well, I guess we need, if it's at the start, they need to show us the start. They had to run down to the cafeteria to find one of the stewards.
Yeah.
You got an objection. He's going, what? I just bit into my hot dog. I got to run back upstairs?
And he's probably mad because he went up to the press box and they've already closed the food up there, Frank.
No change.
No change.
We're joking.
I will say,
like
Frank,
fun of the show. We make fun of everybody.
They have the best soup up there.
You know, you're not the only person. Kurt Hoover, a lot of people say that.
No, I actually
Kurt Hoover loves that soup.
Whenever I go in there, we're always both of us fighting over that soup. Whenever I see him there, we're like, yeah, this soup's great.
And they have a lot of different kinds. So yeah, the soup is a very popular item. I don't eat soup in 90-degree weather. I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one. I don't know, but okay. So no change. That's good. We're all alive in some capacity. You're alive for more. So for those who are new to the show, what we like to do is we like to look at the tickets we're alive to and look at the will pays and write them down so we could figure out if we need to hedge, stand pat. Kieran playing superfectas, trifectas, etc., etc. So let's start with you, Kieran, because you're alive on multiple things. Let's start with your pick 3.
I'm alive to the 9.
Single to the 9 in your pick 3.
Correct.
Well, yeah, the pays they should be up, right? So let's see.
No, they're going to take probably another. That delay.
They're showing it on the TV, but yeah, it might. No, they have race time.
Oh wait, it's official now, so that should be coming up now.
Let me look. I'll bring up the will pays. So the reason we don't do all this stuff is this is a gambling game. This is a money game. This is a numbers game. I mean, you can be the greatest handicapper in the world, but if you're not studying the markets or paying attention, you're not going to last very long. Okay, so I have. Oh my God! You know what the pick 3 pool was, Kieran?
How much?
433,000.
Wow.
Double 364.
Oh, the double was
pick
364.
4, 525. Pick 5, 1.2 mil.
Opening day was July 18th last year, right? They opened on Friday, correct?
I believe it was a Friday last year as well.
So last year the double, Frank, was 336. So what was it now? 365?
364.
The pick 3 was 435.
Oh, 433. You didn't bet your extra 2,000.
I know. What was the pick 6?
The pick 4 was 525.
Pick 4 was 556.
Okay. Last year was better. Interesting. And pick 5 was 1.2.
1.145. So
yeah, a lot of money on the pick 5. A lot of
Yes.
money. And the pick 6 was 131.
208.
So the double and the pick 3 net growth up, right? If you
Yep.
compare them.
Yep. And
Very
there
nice.
was 10 races last year and 10 races this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's look at the will pays and see
All
what
right.
we're allowed.
So right now, Frank, the favorite on the $5 double is number 9 at $109. The second choice is
Yeah, no surprise there. That's the one we're all single to.
The second choice is the 4 Pinto Bay, 136. Not a shocker. Goodies is 157, and Peachy Canyon, the Rispoli horse, is 180. And on the pick
Okay.
3, the favorite is not. Oh no, the favorite is 5 at 429. Dominant, Frank. 429 for the 5 on the pick 3, then 534 for the 4, and then 634. Oh no, 606 for the 7. 9 is 634. Pick 4. The 5 is the favorite in the pick 4. The 9 is like third choice in the multis, Frank. Pick 5.
That is very strange.
The 4 is again the dominant one. Oh, actually, the 5 got lots of sneaky money ever. But I mean, looking at the morning lines in this wide open race, they just landed more on the 4, 5, and 7 than they did on the 9, Frank. But on the double, when they came back, they pressed the double a little bit more, and that was it. They didn't do much more.
It's so funny, yeah, because the 5 is dead in the double, but
Yeah.
live in everything else.
This is
Like
more
hella
bizarre
live.
wagering.
Favorite.
Yeah. Wow.
Is that Pinto Bay? Who's the fun? No, Peachy Canyon. Yeah, I have that horse. I have B/A. I just had to plant a flag somewhere, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow,
I had that
though.
one. That was my first B. Well, I mean, I had A, and I made it a single on the ticket, but I also went
Well, yeah. What's your
9,
order?
6, 12, 2, 3, 10, space, which ends up meaning it's my B, 4, 7, 5.
All right. Well, let's look at this. Mine's easy. I am only alive to the 9 in a double 3 times, so I'm looking at like $300. Pays $109.50 for 5. I have it for 15. So that's me sorted. You're a little more complicated because you got a bunch of stuff going on. So
On the pick
let's start
3,
with your pick 3
I'm alive to the 9, 634.
for $3.
Correct.
Okay, so your 9 is paying $634. Okay, that's the late pick 3. We're both out of the all turf. What do you have in the double?
Who won the last race? What number? 9, right?
Yeah, Frank Bullitt, the 9.
I'm alive for a $5 double to the 6 and the 12.
Okay, so you're, wow, 1K to the 6, 1K, and the 12, 319. Okay.
Wow, it's a little shorter than I thought. And I'm also alive on a $5 double to the 9.
Just a 5, so 109. Yeah,
And
you don't
then
want
I've
the
got
9.
And then I've got a $5 double
Actually,
to
no,
the
because you have
7.
the pick 3 to the 9 too.
Yeah,
I'm
and then
sorry,
I've
go
got
ahead.
and then I got a $5 double to the 7.
7. Yeah, you don't want the 7. The 7 is 157. That's your worst result.
I'll take my marbles and go. I'll just take a win, Frank.
Yeah, but look, if the 9 wins, you're looking at like
when
the 9 wins, you're looking at like six. Let's say 645. If the 6 wins, you're looking at 1K. If the 12, it's 319. If the 7, it's only 157. I mean, sure, you get some money back, but
Yeah.
you really don't want the 7 to win. What's the DTL crew alive to? What do you guys got cooking? Yeah, we talked Kieran. We talked about the 6. Remember?
Yes.
You talked about, and then Brad was a Bradfree horse to watch. Galloped out in front, like super sneaky.
Yeah, that was the one coming from the dirt at Los Al, closed well, and that advantage that we said that it gets overlooked by a lot of people, especially gamblers from back east. They look at Los Al and they go, eh, and we know Los Al is a different beast. You see them race on turf from training on dirt there, and they seem to do very well.
So let's look at the tote here. So yeah, no surprise the 9 is 5-2. The one that's worrisome is the 5.
I mean,
we don't have the 5. None of us have the 5. Does anyone out there in DTL land have the 5? Because the 5 is the favorite in the pick 3, the pick 4, and the pick 5. That's significant, Kieran.
I said Rispoli for small stable that has big stats, 26% in 2026, 23% shipping. Rosario rode the horse in Churchill. Jockey play only. I think the price is too low for the speed compared to others. And that was what I said for the 5.
Here's what I'm going to do, because we do stuff in real time. My handicapping, I use DRF Formulator, I use Optics EQ, and I use Racing Flow. So I am going to go to DRF Formulator, and I want to see if she's ever won a race here at Del Mar. And if so, what condition, what jockey she used. So we're in race 10. I know she's a very good trainer, and she comes out here every once in a while.
No, it's your favorite jockey. Guess who rode the horse all last year, Frank? Carmona.
No, I'm talking about the 5.
Oh, the 5. Oh, Preachy Canyon.
Yeah. No, I know Pentel Bay. I'm not. Pentel Bay figures.
Never raced
so
here.
The 5, but the 5. No, not. I'm talking about the trainer. The trainer.
Oh, Robson.
This track. This track.
I see what you're saying. Yes. Okay, I got you now.
She's only had 2 starters here. One finished 3rd at 10-1, and one finished 4th at 38-1. The one that finished 4th was in the Grade 3 Goldacova, and then the other one was in a 25K claimer. Yeah, I mean, nothing to really compare. Anyone have anything from those races back east? I mean, that Keeneland race had to be really tough, and same thing with the Churchill races, and even that Gulfstream race on the Tapeta. This horse will be running late, absolutely figures. But did you think this horse would be favored in all of the pools except the double?
No. I did not, sir.
Me neither.
I did not.
Let's see what the crew has here. 5 comments. All right, let's see real quick. Our man right here, James White, alive to the 2. So he has the 5 on everything. LD, 9. Yeah, I'm single to the 9. Bomber City, did Frank say all to the 9? Yes, I do have all to the 9.
One we didn't talk about, Frank.
Oh, you have 9 all. I said all 9, so Larry wants a bomb here. I was alive to all in this race. I was alive to all in the previous race.
I actually, I'm not alive and I don't have any tickets, but the number 3, Jasmine, Belmont for Urton, or 0 for 3, popped the gates last out, tried to steal it and faded late. A more patient ride. This is the second time Belmont's on, and rationing of speed, and has a chance. Bottom A, top B. That's what I put for the number 3.
And then he goes, I didn't use him.
I did not. Well, I had it on not on this one.
I have it on my all ticket.
I have it on. Did I actually? I had it on. Let me see.
You're not alive to the horse, Kieran.
No.
All right, Chris.
I had it. I did a bet on it. I did do a bet with it, but that ticket went down in flames. I had, in the last leg, 157 into it. So
you know what? There's the racetrack has something called a win bet.
When we get closer, yes.
You might want to think about that. Right here, Chris Babcock alive to the 9. Yeah, the 9 would be nice. The 7 is his backup, which is good for Kieran because he has a 7. He bet 1 pick 4 for 21, went out in the first leg. Yeah, if you want to play a big multi-race sequence, do the early pick 5. It's 14% takeout.
That's the best one.
And then if not, just wait for the late pick 3 and the late double, or the all turf if you want as well. We're not going to be doing the all turf on the show, but Kieran's notes and my matrix will include that race as part of our for the members on markgelding.com. They'll get my matrix for the all turf, the late pick 3, and the late double, and same thing with all of Kieran's stuffs. And then our friend from England, who reached out earlier, asked about Saratoga. We will be doing select Saratoga content. Obviously, anytime we do a Saratoga show, we'll have content on the website. And then occasionally, if we find something or give out a pick 5, or Kieran wants to give it a value play, we'll do that as well. Or if you guys want to reach out to us and say, hey, who do you like in race 7 at Saratoga tomorrow? We'll take a look. I mean, I don't know why you would ask Kieran that, but you can ask me that. All right, Kurt wants to know, what is a pivot for the Get Out race? Exacta box, 3 horses. Yeah, this is Kieran's specialty, because he's not just going to sit on his hands.
I think
so. While Kieran's thinking about that, I'll keep going through the. Well, go ahead. What do you think?
I'm saying I think I might set it up, but I don't know. We'll see.
For what, an exacta?
Yeah.
How much time? 8. Okay, we can look at
minutes.
probable. Yeah, Froggy's all about the 9. Dan 4, 9, 12. SC3 Pete. This is the horse you mentioned, Kieran. Jasmine.
Yeah.
Needs the 9 for the double, but he's looking at the 3. Scurvy. Yes. Good luck to the 9. 9 would be good for everyone, because Kieran, you're going to get back like 650. I'm going to get back 300. Other people have the horse. And then LD Urton won at 27% in turf races. Yeah, no. Urton's another guy. Like, if he starts to heat up here at Del Mar, ride him.
Yeah, you got to ride everyone who heats up at this track, especially when they heat up early. The streak goes for a little while.
Yeah, and Urton usually does really well here. But okay, Kieran, I'm going to pull up the exacta probables. Let's see. Okay, the favorite combo is the 7 on top of the 9 for $15. Okay. I would think it would be the 9 over the 7, but it's not. It's a 7 over the 9. So the models don't fancy the 9 as much as the DTL crew does.
Correct.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay. Do you want me to look at any combo for you, or trifecta? Oh no, there's no trifecta tool.
Yeah, I couldn't create that thing. I was debating here 9 with 2, 3, 6, 12 exacta, and then coming back with 6, 12, 2, 3 over 9.
All right, let's start with the 9. 9 with who?
9 with 2
is this is for $1, $60.
3,
$60.
6.
Well, that's good. You're skipping the 4 and the 5 because those are terrible. The 6 is $90.
The 12 is actually really low, Frank. 37.
Yeah, 37.
It's my sneaky bomb. And then back over the 2, 3, 6, 12 over 9.
Okay, well, the 2 over the 9 is 75. What's the next one? 2 over who?
3.
2 over the.
Oh no!
3?
Yeah, no. Sorry.
What?
2, 3, 12, 6 over the 9. So
over the 9. Okay. So the 2 to the 9 is 75. The 3 to the 9, 75.
6.
6 to the 9. Yeah. So it's paying $230 for 2, $240 for 2. It just went up. So half that, $120.
And then 12 to the 9. The 12 is getting sneaky money for the
price in the exactas, 45.
Yeah, for the price that it's sitting at. I wish I had. I just checked. I have a bug in my exacta calculator, Frank, where it's relying on the double. It needs 2 race info, so I got to correct it. Otherwise, it would have something right now. I think it would be spitting out that this 12 is the sneaky horse in the exacta pools right now.
Well, yeah, here, Danny, 12 is my top pick, checks all the boxes.
It's getting
but
hidden money.
Let me consult the theory of racing to help you with your exacta algorithm there. The theory of racing
Oh yes.
Archie Isaac Gelding, AI Gelding, the theory of racing.
AI gelding, yes.
12. Dan says 12. The breeding is phenomenal going along on the turf. Yeah, Dan was talking. Is this the Ghost Zapper? Yeah, Dan was
Yeah.
talking about the 12 like 4 races ago. He's like, I can't wait for the last race.
Yeah, I mean, I even said Rosario for Sadler Haranas. Need I say more? Barriers rode at the debut in January, and then it hit the bench. The horse cost $525K. Lots of sharp works. No way this horse is this price at 12. And I mean, I made it my third choice only because I upgraded the 6 with, the Los Al angle, Frank. But it was, if the 6 wasn't in here, it was it'd be 12 was my second choice. I just like the Los Al dirt to turf angle slightly more, but I like the 12 in here. That's why I'm looking at this exacta. What's the lowest? The 12 over what is the lowest pay, Frank?
The 12 is taking sneaky money in the exactas. But I think 9-1 in the win, I think that's kind of fair. I mean, I know that you could toss that race out and the horse took money and cost 525, breeding's rate, whatever. But now going long from an outside post, this is not an easy field either. There's some decent horses in here. So I think 8-1 is fair on that horse. But what did you want to know about the exacta, Kieran?
Like, is that if the 12 over everyone, is it paying kind of low? Like,
Well, the low, I'll tell you what the lowest is. 12 over 9 is 40, like 45.
Okay.
47. The highest is 400 over the 11.
Okay.
So you're looking at like to the 1 like 120, to the 2, I'm sorry, to the 2 like 120, to the 3 150, to the 4 60, 5 60. Yeah, the 4 and the 5 are terrible in the exotics. They're getting whacked.
Yeah, I was just seeing if it was worthwhile. Like, it might be one of those like 12 to all, on the exacta, tossing some of the lower prices, but it's not paying enough to do that. They're betting it too much for it to be worth it. I think I'll just stick with my 2-3-6-12 over 9 and my 9 over my 2-3-6-12.
Well, also based on what we saw in the multis, Kieran, where Peachy Canyon, the 5, was the favorite in every multi-pool except the double. Peachy Canyon is the third choice in the win pool at 5-1. Yeah. So if you're looking for like value based on the money we saw and you want to make a win bet, that's the one. And 1 minute to post. So the CAWs are going to be cut off. Del Mar does cut the CAWs off with 2 minutes to post in the win pools. So we'll see what pours in after the next flash.
Yeah, and we've not seen some of the stuff we've seen at like Keeneland and whatnot, Frank. It does make a difference.
It makes a huge difference.
They don't seem to think so. They're like, no, $1 Superfect is going to level the field over there.
Here's the thing, Kieran. The Proletariat, if they had whacked that horse from 6-1 to 5-2, everybody would have bet that horse.
Yep.
Back in the day, that the race would go off. It'd be 6-1 at the gate. At the half-mile pole, the horse would be 5-2 and win for fun. And they go, so they can't do that anymore because if they get shut off at 2 minutes, they'll tip their hand. So they bury it in the multis, and that's where you found it.
Did you say there was a carryover on the pick 6, Frank?
Yeah, 2 races ago.
So we've got to think about that too. They kind of adjust their betting based on the being a carryover, so they can hammer it tomorrow. So that might be why we're seeing some funky stuff in some of the pools as well. All right, they're at the gate, Frank, and loading.
All right. Let's go 9. Good luck. Not to root against everybody else, but 9 would be nice for me, Kieran, and several members of the DTL crew. But if it's not the 9, I hope it's one of yours.
Happy Del Mar opening day, DTL crew! Double Trouble Live and Del Mar Thoroughbred Club have officially joined forces to bring Horse Players live action content all summer long. Go to markgelding.com for our live stream schedule.
I like you better with a jet black beard and a nice like widow's peak. I don't know why AI changed your face in that, but yes, go to markgelding.com.
Yeah, I'm a redhead that's gone gray, so
I know we're both gray, and they turn it. It was like shoe polish black in the video. well,
even you change anything, and like if you look at our Del Mar video at the end, when you point, you have a third arm that appears, Frank. I just noticed that when it was playing today.
Oh, I haven't watched it closely enough. That's pretty funny. Well, we said the 7 was taking money from the previous race into this one.
Yeah, it just was. Yeah,
you had it, Kieran. It was the worst result for you, but at least you get some of your money back.
Yeah.
I know some of the DTL members like that horse. The 9 got boxed in and
that was a bad.
It was too late. The 7 had the jump. I don't know. The 7 ran a nice race. I don't know if the 9 would have won, but it would have been a lot closer.
Wasn't given the chance, and those are the rides that annoy me. You know what I mean? We'll never know type of, The 12. I mean, I know why Rosario got over there, but I would have rather him suck the rail and then not moved as early as he'd moved, But you can hem and haw. That probably be one next out I would look for. I've not been, I will say right now, Frank, not impressed. I mean, short window with Rosario's rides here so far at Del Mar.
Well, here's the thing. It's been a minute since he's been at Del Mar.
Correct.
Santa Anita, he owned it, so plays a lot differently. I wouldn't base his performance today on what he's capable of doing. Not easy to win from the 12 post with a 3-year-old filly who's making the second start of her career. You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree.
But at the same time, you're really good at spotting trends before they're trends. And that's how you make your money. Sometimes you're a little too rash, but sometimes it works in your favor.
So right now, he's not an automatic upgrade type. Barrios with his moves.
You won't toss him, but you won't upgrade him.
No, yeah. Like when I've seen him hop on horses recently, I'm like, oh, absolutely. Now it's going to be like, yeah, okay.
You have to like the horse.
Yes.
Well, here, let's run through real quick. So race 1 was Tiago. Race 3 was Rispoli. Race 4 was Rispoli. Race 5 was Barrios.
And race 5, Rispoli and Barrios are on fire right now. I know it's only a small sample size, but they're
Rispoli's hungry. He's got a fire in his belly because he's been out for like 6 months,
Yeah, and he looked good for his couple of mounts at Los Al, when he shook the cobwebs off. So he's ready to go. His clock is great in his head right now.
And the other thing, Kieran, Barrios has always been good at Del Mar. Like he's better at Del Mar than Santa Anita.
Yes, agreed.
So race 5 was Armando Aguilar, $82 horse, good for him. Race 6 was Juan Hernandez. Race 7 was Edwin Maldonado. 8 was Kyle Frey. 9 was T-Bays. And then we just saw, who was it on the 7? Barrios again. So 2 wins for Barrios, 2 wins for Umbi. There you go. But none for Rosario. So not an automatic include, not an automatic upgrade.
No. Not a toss, but not an automatic upgrade.
Not ready to say, hey, he's checked out.
Rispoli and Barrios are like, that's like an extra check mark. You're like, cool. All right. I know it's a small sample size, but where you make your money at Del Mar is hopping on these trends before everyone else does. And these 2 guys right now, they'll get on a couple of price horses and win. And that could be the difference for your meat, having them there before everyone jumps on.
Correct. And here's the thing. Remember Barrios, when he first came out, when he came out the second time to ride here, he didn't start at Santa Anita. He came right into Del Mar. And that first year, he was awesome.
Yeah.
So Del Mar is kind of like that's his zone. Rispoli is good everywhere, and he's hungry. For him to, like, if he wins leading rider off a long injury, you know how good for business that. And He's got a great jockey agent in Matt Nakatani. So yeah, we're rooting for them. But let's go through because I know some people had it right here. Charlie likes the 3 and the 7, does not like the 9. I saw that before they loaded, so he gets credit for that. Let's see here. Dan H says, both James and Larry hit the daily double. Nice, gents. LD says LRF on the board, and Kieran disses them by not picking. Well, he had them in like 5th choice. You can't use them all, Larry.
Yeah.
Chris, backup double consolation. Thanks, Kieran. So I guess he used your 9 and the 7. Problem was you didn't have the 7 enough times, but you did have it. Yeah, the 9 had a funky trip. I'd bet the 9 back again.
I would.
Cheerleader Terry, go James, go Texas Larry, Scurvy Tooth. I'll be back. We're not doing a show tomorrow, but we're doing a show on Sunday. So please join us then. Yes, Kurt, McCarthy had 3 wins, and I was leveraged to his 3rd win
And you spoke
and
it
the
early on
last
the
race
show.
where he ran 2nd. So nothing for me.
And you spoke it on the show. You're like, he's already won, and where I need him to win, he probably won't. You said that early on the show, Frank.
Right. Well, he won with the 4 Detain, and I was like, oh, this is great. I needed the 9. I needed him to win the pay leg.
Yeah.
But that horse, whatever. That horse had some issues trip-wise. So, good fella, welcome. You love Tibet Barrios, without a doubt. Last minute, Santhony jumped. Yeah, he was a little hot and cold at Santa. You would agree with that, Kieran, because he rode Gold Phoenix. So tell me your assessment then and now.
He was there last night, and I was still. I will say I broke my rule. I never shake the jockey's hands. It's one of my superstitions before a race. But after his ride in Churchill, I was like, well, it doesn't matter at this stage. So I shook his hand, and he's won. So
reverse psychology. Well, I think he's going to have a perfectly fine Del Mar because that's his track. Yeah, Kurt, thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Sunday. And then, yeah, Mike, you won 0. Not only did I win 0, but I lost a lot more than 0. So, LD, we haven't done the parlay yet. We'll do it after.
I'm doing it right now, Frank. It's on the website. You can actually do it on the website yourself too. I'm gonna throw it in right now. $14.
Is that one of Gelding Labs productions?
That is a Gelding Lab production. Yes.
Theory of Racing, Chapter 5.
Yeah.
How to calculate a win parlay by Archie Isaac Gelding.
So $14 in leg 1. Oh wait, hang on. Leg 1 horse.
Which one are you calculating?
I'm doing the double first. So $14 over $9.
So 14 and 7 is 21. And another 14, 21, 35. You said 9?
Yeah.
350. Should be like 175.
Oh, really? It paid 157, and my calculator says it should pay 157. Or no, it said. Oh wait, it's a $5. Hang on.
Yeah, it's $5. What'd you say? 14 and 9.
Yeah. First leg payout. Oh, $5 for a $2. I think what did you get? So for $5, 14 times 5 is what? 70?
Well, I was doing it in my head. Let me do it. Hold on, my computer's freezing. Come on.
$5 win parlay with horses paying $14 and $9.
28 plus 7. That's a $5 payout. So
14 and I can't type it in here. A 9 pay. I mean, they were pretty low prices. I mean, you did get away with the 6-1 in the first leg. AI is so great, and then it's so crappy at the same time, Frank. So it can get you to burn more tokens. I read an interesting stat. They were saying, yeah, there's been 800,000 jobs lost by, because of AI this year, and 900K rehired to fix it. You still working in your head, Frank? Uh-oh. Frank's tin can on a string. Anyone got the win parlay there? Let's see. We got race 1, $7, starting with 5. First time 5. 157.50. So it broke even thanks to the low takeout. It should have paid 152, I think. Anyone got any other comments here? Show is going to be on, next show is on Sunday. Let me pull it up. We're not doing the all turf on Sunday. This was just a special opening day. We wanted to be on. But on Sunday, we've got 11 races. So we will be coming on at, it'll be a late one, 5:30, I believe. Oh, that's Friday. Sunday, July 19th. Oh, let me see where Frank is. Well, I don't know if I should end the show and where Frank went to. For Del Mar, we will have something every day. So Frank is going to do his matrix for days we don't do the show, and I also will do my notes. So for you guys, we'll have like a free pick like we always do on the email list. Go to markgelding.com and sign up. But Frank and I will be sending out, he'll be sending his matrix, and I'll be doing my notes every race day at Del Mar. So whether there's a show or not, you're going to get something from us.
Well, yeah, I actually want to show that real quick here on. Sorry, my computer just started acting very, very strange. Let me go to, because there's a big difference between what we send out for the just people who
oh yes
are on the site versus what the premium people get. So where, let's see, come on, let me find something. So what did you send out today? You just sent out both of our late double?
Correct.
And just the letter grades, just our plays or something, right?
Let me open the email and I'll see if I can show it.
Because that was just for the late double. Here's what my content looks like on our website. So if you're a premium member, you are going to get, I don't do a horse by horse analysis. I just call out certain horses, but there's the matrix that was a big fail today. Didn't hit anything. But there's the all turf, there's the late pick 3, there's the double, and then here's all the race notes for what I have. And that's going to be every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Del Mar, even when we're not doing a show, and occasionally for Saratoga with our Adelphi sponsored shows. And then Kieran has something similar with all his notes for every horse. Do you want to show that, or what do you want to show?
I was just going to show them. This is what you'll get if you're on the free mailing list. So you'll always get something. Oh, wait. What? I don't know why. Oh, geez. I did QR code. Wrong place. Hang on. Let me delete that there.
It's a miracle Del Mar and Adelphi are sponsoring us.
Yeah. Wrong spot there. This is what you will get every day. So it's worth signing up. This is what we sent out today in the free email list. So as you can see there, Frank's double and mine, for the late double.
Yeah, so we'll always give that out for free for you guys. But if you want a little more in-depth analysis, actually a lot more in-depth analysis, plus all of the wagering and analytics tools that Kieran's been working on.
And then plus I saw Frank crashed the site this morning on me, and I spent 4 hours fixing it. So I had to make it so it was stupid graphics that he had AI build. So I was like, well, I'm going to one-up him now. So this is what you'll see on the site for, where is this? New double troll. There it is.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. I was doing something else.
There's Kieran's notes.
Ooh, that looks pretty good.
So you'll go in there and, same thing.
So
I actually
Did
don't
you-
spend
did-
three
did you-
minutes writing it. So you'll get all my notes for every race on the pick 3. So,
every horse.
yeah.
And he doesn't just say nope anymore.
No, I don't say nope anymore because I learned that lesson the hard way.
So Kieran, I missed it because my computer was doing a weird thing, but the double, I have the double paid like 157.50 the parlay.
Yeah.
What did
Okay.
it
So
pay?
it paid 157.
Just exactly. Wow. Did you do the
Yeah.
pick 3?
I did not do the pick 3.
Well, let's do it real quick and then we'll sign off.
Okay.
So so the pick 3 started in race 8, 9, 10. So
Correct.
1480. Let's see. I'm gonna do it while you do it too. Calculate.
Yeah, my calculator's not spitting out the right numbers, so I got to figure out what I'm.
1480. 14. It was 14 and 9, right?
Correct.
So let me just make sure. 1480. 14 on the nose and 9 on the nose. $3 win parlay. $6.99.
606.
Oh, the CAWs have been working their algos
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen this in a year.
because of proletariat. They absolutely
that's
had
why.
that horse 6 ways to Sunday.
Well, we knew they had it, and we also, the fact that the pick 6 wasn't paid, they had to come back. And we've always said when there's been anomalies on the pays, it's usually because of something that happened in the pick 6. And we saw that today, carryover. So that's why.
Right, exactly. So they everything they had in the pick 6 was wiped out, so they had to over leverage themselves in the others.
So the fact that
and they
the
happen to
double
be right about, if they were wrong about proletariat, here on those payouts would have been balloons.
and the fact that the double paid 157, which is what it should have paid, with all that going on, if we were at Keeneland, that double would have paid $93. Just, you know what I mean? So
well,
we got
thank
paid
you,
a little
Chris.
bit more.
Chris said he did the all turf and said it paid quite a bit more than the parlay. So there was value there because they don't play that bet because they don't want their money tied up over, 5 races because they have the dead race in the middle or whatever. So but this is very interesting. We will monitor it. This was a great show, guys. Thank you so much. We're going to have an amazing summer. Kieran, do you want to talk about the schedule, the website? Like, what's next?
Yeah, I was pulling it up to see when we're going on. So it's going to be, I keep forgetting it's so late here. I think we're going on at 5:30 on Sunday, Frank.
Yeah, we're not going
just
to do
coming-
the all turf next time.
No, that was just
what,
a one-off.
Maybe
for
we'll
today.
go on before race 6 goes off, so we have time to look at the probables from race 6 into race 7.
11 races.
Or whatever
Frank.
it is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
let's go on.
There's 11 races tomorrow. The pick 3
No,
starts
not tomorrow.
at
Sunday.
Oh, I meant on Sunday. 11 races Sunday. So the pick 3 starts at 6:10. So we'd probably be going on at 5:30.
Oh my God. What time do you go to bed, Kieran?
I'll be going to bed right after this show ends.
Are you gonna have to take a little milky bottle break?
And then I guess I'll be on
We have to
track.
give you a binky for the next show.
Yes, I'll be on track the following Sunday because we'll be running in the Eddie Reed, hopefully. So we get to test our stage on track.
When's the draw? So when will you
He's
know?
going to breeze. He breezes tomorrow, and it's 99%. Just depends on the breeze.
Yeah,
And
he's gonna. I'm assuming he's fine.
I think they draw Tuesday or Wednesday, Frank. I'm not exactly sure for the Sunday card. They draw Sundays on.
Have you seen the nominations? You know who might be.
I've not looked at all. No, I don't think the nominations are in yet, but who knows?
Okay, so here's the thing, Karen. Like you said, race 9 is at 6:10. That's the start of the late pick 3. Race 8 goes off at 5:40. But what I think we should do is maybe go on at like 5:30, 10 minutes before race 8, which is the dead race, so we can look at the probables from race 8 into race 9, which is the start of the late pick 3.
All right.
I think we should get in a routine of doing that. Even though we're not playing race 8, we want to use the information from race 8 going into race 9 when the show officially starts. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me.
Okay, so let's figure like 5:20, 5:30. You know where to find it. We'll put out the announcement. MarkGelding.com. On X, we are no longer streaming from our X feeds. We are streaming from at the DTL crew. Dedicated spot just for DTL stuff. You don't have to listen to my soccer comments, whatever. DTL crew. So please check us out on there. Like and subscribe on YouTube and set your bell notifications so you know every time we're doing a show. Anything else? Thank you, Delmar.
I was looking to see. I was looking for our intro video, so there's the outro. Let me find the intro. And thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're shaking off the cobwebs because we've been I know playing pick fives and stuff. We got to get back in the groove, Frank, of our bets here. The low takeouts.
Yeah, I think we did everything right. If the 9 had won, it would have been great. The only thing you did wrong is you didn't have enough money on the 7.
Yes,
double.
But I was like, at least I have something on it. And
right, but compared to everything else, but that's it. At least you got something back. I got 0.0.
Yep.
Take us out.
I think this is the video. Hang on, let's see.
In the room, we hit record and the vibes go warm. One says deep thoughts, the other says no. Now we're arguing if cats can and low. We spill the tea, we spill the wine. Had the stories of yours and half of mine. We laugh, we cry, we overshare too long. Podcast now every now, just double the crutch. Double Trouble Live with twice the mess. Double Trouble Live, no stress. At you for the thrill. Oh yeah, Double Trouble Live.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe to Double Trouble Live on YouTube. Get out, get up, get paid.